Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, hi, we made it.
Good morning, Will.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to everybody from Canada and Red Alert. I wake up, 5 o'clock, go downstairs, Will. I have no more Keurigs or whatever they're called, K-cups things for coffee.
Oh,
The jar is empty.
big sad.
So
So you had to go over to Timmy's?
I went to Timmy's and I got myself 2 large, which will hopefully last for the majority of the stream.
Fingers crossed.
Let's hope. Let's hope. What are you saying, buddy? What's new?
No, not much. Chilling. Survived another work week, you know. We're here. We're grinding.
We
Feeling
are.
that hot soft itch.
Oh man, I got it. I thought I had something. I went to the doctor. I'm like, doctor, what the hell's going on? It's where are you itching, Bartlett? I'm like, don't worry about it. He's like, oh, it's the hot soft itch. It's like you just need to go with William into the car and go somewhere and get some hot softs and put them in your old dusty, dirty old consoles. I'm like, okay, doc, we'll do it. We'll do it this month. So we actually have a few places on the radar that you've been scouting out, which we won't disclose, but we have a few options. It's going to be cool. What's going on, everyone? JT is here. So I put a poll up because on the cover of EGM 45, we have Bram Stoker's Dracula. Did you ever see that movie, Will?
I actually have never seen that movie.
I have not either. Isn't that
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like a movie up your alley. I've heard a lot of things about it. Keanu Reeves in it, right?
Yeah, he's in it. He does a English accent-ish, kind of. Let's just
Good
say
old Keanu.
yeah. So I put in the poll today the greatest vampire movie, and I've been corrected by JT. So I put Dusk Till Dawn, The Lost Boys, Interview with the Vampire, or Blade. And nope, that's not true. It's Fright Night. But I don't know. Which one of those would you pick?
I really like From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. Lost Boys is winning. Yeah.
No, I feel like From Dusk Till Dawn's a pretty good movie.
Like Lost Boys 44%. Interview with the Vampire, which is my pick.
Which is zero?
0%. No love for Brad Pitt, chat. I see how it goes. And Tom Cruise.
Got Blade at 20% though.
Yeah. And Kirsten Dunst is the little girl in it. It's a great movie, man. Come on. Antonio Banderas, you guys suck. You guys suck. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. Average Gamer is here with Rusty. Good to see you guys. Stacy, good morning, my friend. Cutthroat Comics is here. Blabbing on about Fork Knife, Star Wars Fork Knife, blah, 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 blah.
But Cutthroat could get those characters if he was better at the game.
Don't fall into the troll trap, Cutthroat. He's on me all the time about it. It gets my blood boiling. Don't listen to it. Adrian, how you doing? Good morning.
Morning, Adrian.
Adrian, there you go. Bat Stand is here. Did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, sorry. JP, I can only tune in for a bit as I have a busy day. Well, okay, good. I'm glad you brought a note. You may leave early.
You want to see the cool thing that came in the mail this week for me?
I do.
In excitement and anticipation for next week as we get ready for Doom.
Oh, the limited edition Doom Dark Ages controller.
It's such a cool looking controller. Look at it.
That is sick. So, may I ask?
Yeah.
Are you playing with the controller, or are you just keeping it in the box? You can be honest.
It'll probably be in the box. I got a few of them in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a beauty controller. You and I are both a sucker for a nice controller. I remember back in the days at EB Games when we get like the limited edition PlayStation colors or whatever, we'd always be all over that. It's like I don't even need a new controller, but I want. Remember the white one that we got? Oh, that one was wicked.
Look at this one.
Let's make you big. Is that Titanfall?
That's
Starfield. Starfield.
Never been opened. They just kind of sit in the boxes here. I got a Helldivers one.
Oh, wow. I've never seen that one.
We got an Astrobot one.
Oh, sick. So that lights up?
Yep.
All
And then
sealed.
the 30th anniversary PlayStation one.
Oh, that's the best. Yeah,
And then I have a bunch that are open too. I think I have like 30 or 40 controllers in the house just for like between Xbox and PlayStation.
get a secret passion there for controllers. I see.
I don't know. I just like the controllers. They're cool. I don't know.
I was a sucker for the PlayStation controllers. I really was, even though we didn't need it. Rusty says, "What a shame it is to not use that cool controller, William."
Maybe one day.
The thing is this, though, if I may speak for Will,
Yeah,
he's a mouse and keyboard guy, right?
that's true.
On Doom, you got it. You just got it, man.
Yeah, like for a shooter, like first person shooter, hands down, like I have to use mouse and keyboard. But on top of that, like I said too, Rusty, I probably have like 15 controllers that are opened that I just like. I don't need to open another controller right now because I have other ones that are already open. So it's like I have like these two on my desk. This is the Canadian one.
The Canadian Red, yeah.
Yeah, that's an exclusive for Canada.
I remember. Do you remember the Titanfall one? That one was beautiful. It was like white and yellow, or am I thinking Destiny? No, white and orange. No, I'm thinking Titanfall. It had gold on it.
Xbox controllers they're all great. The PlayStation 5 controller is fantastic. I think it's great. It's big. It's bulky. It feels good.
I gotta say, I like the Series X better. If I had to pick one,
they're both great.
Series X feels it's just so solid. But I think the Switch Pro beats both of them. But
so sad part about the Switch Pro controller, these won't work on the Switch 2.
I don't think this is hooked up. But whatever, maybe you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah, apparently you have to buy a new Switch 2 Pro controller for it to work wirelessly. You can use it wired.
With the cord that's like 1 foot long.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. Well, that's disappointing. I need a Fortnite controller. Cutthroat, you need Fortnite's Anonymous is what you need. And I'm sorry that I've done this to you, buddy. I take full responsibility for it. He's already blown through the Star Wars Battle Pass. He's onto the special edition stuff already.
Maybe I should install Fortnite again. I ain't got space, though.
Dude, it's rough, right? Like, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, I think Fortnite's almost 150 now. It's almost 150. It's ridiculous. The update I did the other day was 30 gigs, and I had to take down, I had a couple of other games I had to uninstall on my computer. Guys. Needs a Fortnite blanket. I was just gonna say he needs a Fortnite nail set and hammer so he can learn to build.
This weekend I am playing. I got access to the Dune Awakening beta this weekend. It's a big game coming out. I had to install it for just the beta because it's a full game technically. It's 236 gigs.
Dude.
I was like, I gotta delete stuff.
You know, I'm gonna definitely tune in. I want to see that for sure. I'm interested in any new MMO that comes out. Still my favorite genre. But I've never seen the Lynch movie. I've never read the book. I've never seen the new movie. So
I've seen the older movie, the Lynch movie. I haven't watched the newer ones. I kind of want to. There's also a series on, I think it's on Crave. I can't remember. It's either Crave or Amazon. One of the two I was watching it on, and it's actually really good too.
Nice.
It's really got me interested in it. I want to know more about Dune in the world.
That's good. I love when MMOs come out like that and they really get you interested in the IP. You guys know I talk about Dumb Matrix Online all the time, but our good buddy Mark, a good friend of ours that used to work at EB, he was convinced that Matrix would be the Star Wars killer. In 20, 40 years, we'd be talking about Matrix like we do Star Wars. I like the first one. Is all right, but then all the other ones, it just wasn't for me. But when that MMO came out, it got me all into all that stuff again. So I love that.
The first two movies are good. The third one lost my interest, and I think didn't they make a fourth one that just came out like a couple of years back?
Yeah, that's almost like completely satirical. It's just I've never seen it, but used to play a PC. It's called Dune back in the 90s. The Dune game. Well, there was one on PS1, I remember, Josh.
From my understanding, at least from Matt Tracker, was mentioning that it's not related to the Dune books or anything. It's like its own thing. Even though like there's some similarities, apparently it's not related.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Dan. Good to see you. Well, it'd be interesting. You're doing that Saturday?
Yep, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday. Yeah, I got because I'm a part of the Funcom creator program because they made Conan Exiles was the other game they made.
Right. That's awesome, dude.
So they sent me a key to get into the beta this weekend.
We'll be playing the old nothing on Sunday morning, just for fun.
Hey, Gum.
Forgot how awesome that game was. Gum, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, to the YouTubes. Yeah, little different experience. Yep. You need a Fortnite coffee mug. Buddy, I'll send you a Fortnite figure. I got a couple extra if you want.
The only one I want for a figure from Fortnite would be Peely.
You would want that. The biggest target in the game. Like, dude, his hitbox is like the size of Aunt Connie's.
But he's like...
car.
I don't know. I feel like he's probably one of the most like iconic of the original characters made from there. I don't know. And he's a banana. I don't know.
Your sad devotion to that ancient character hasn't given you clairvoyance to find the stolen data tapes.
Ooh, Rusty starting Claire Obscure. I got that.
Nice. Too. Very cool.
Aegean in the chat actually gifted me a copy for Steam. So that means this copy is going to remain unopened. And
grade it.
On the shelf.
Grade it, dude. Grade it. Send it in. Send it in. It's fun. It's fun. Just grade one game. Just do it for me from the process to the end.
You know what? Okay. We're going to talk about grading. I did something stupid yesterday.
Do you want the big screen for this?
I don't know if it's stupid. You don't have to do the big screen. It's fine. All right. Here we are. I've never collected cards before.
Oh, no.
Ever. But Magic the Gathering is coming out with a Final Fantasy line of Magic cards.
Oof.
I ordered a box of booster packs.
Dude, you want me to play the fail sound again or the celebration? Wild Turkey's in the house. Matt Tracker's here. Captain Chaz, good to see you. Wake up.
$300.
Oh.
But I'm such a sucker for Final Fantasy.
That's fair. Aegean says open on stream.
That's the plan. We're gonna do some pack openings on stream, and I'm sure like some of those hopefully I don't know, could get some rarity stuff. Maybe we can get those graded.
I think that's good because then you can share it with the community. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Can I write it off then? Is that how that works?
If you're buying something that directly relates to your business, you can. Yes. As long as you can prove that there's so if you maybe made a video of it or something. I don't know about a stream, but
yeah, I don't know how that works.
What's up, Crow? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
Hey, Crow. Yeah, there goes my bank account indeed. And I'm supposed to be saving for hot softs. Gonna have to put it on the old credit card.
All right, let's not admit that on the stream.
Welcome to our sad life.
We got don't put the hour. There's no hour with this. There's no hour with the credit card. I don't do the credit card, chat. I do not touch the credit card. I do not. If I can't afford it, I can't afford it.
That's why we wait at least a month so we can save up something.
You got to save up. Yeah, for sure. I paid off that credit card years ago, and I do not. Like if I have to use it for like a subscription or something that's different, but bad boy.
Well, Turkey, are the cards featuring FF characters across? Yes, so it has characters and everything across all the Final Fantasies. And then like some of the enemy types and like villains as well too, which is like that's what it sold me on. I'm like, man, that just seems so cool.
So you're gonna be playing Magic. Gonna be playing Magic. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
The playing the magic of opening packs and putting them in little sleeves. Is that how that goes?
It's kind of like Pokemon, right? I'm surprised that so many people that buy Pokemon cards don't even play the game. They just enjoy collecting the cards, right?
It's like us for retro game hunting, right? It's like it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yep.
You never know what you're gonna get, and like that's just I don't collect cards. Like I said, this would be the first foray into actual card collecting. But I watch a lot of card opening stuff on YouTube, like through the shorts. There's so many of them, and I'm just like, this is fascinating.
I forget the dude's name, and I feel bad for that. He's a Pokemon guy. He's really big. Leonhardt, something like that. I watched him over the pandemic. Just watching him, like I think he's a lawyer, but he had insane amounts of cash, and he would buy like the old 90s packs and like open them on stream. And this guy was so awesome. Like his enthusiasm for these cards, he would open and get Charizard or whatever it was and just freak out. And you're right, watching somebody like, because it's like gambling, right? You don't know what's next, and then when they hit that card, you're like, oh my god. It's just incredibly exciting.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the same thing when we get into a store and then all of a sudden we see that one item and we're like, holy crap.
And we drop the camera and we're like, oh crap, we got to film this.
Yeah.
Leonhardt. Thank you, Josh. Yeah, that's it.
The other one I watch is it Deep Pocket Monsters or something like that. He's really good too.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well, check out those channels, guys. As if you don't know who Leonhardt is. Everybody knows who Leonhardt is, but
I actually don't know if I do or not. I'm gonna look him up.
He's like he's like always incredibly happy. Like he's always very, very happy and energetic, and he's cool.
Yeah, I've never seen this guy.
It's been a few years since I've watched him, but anyway.
All right, ending the stream. I'm watching this dude open cards. See you guys.
Dude, yeah, sub to his channel, check him out. You'll be hooked. And then you're going to be getting into Pokemon cards, and oh my god, here we go.
I love Pokemon. I love playing Pokemon, but I never had that big like affinity like a lot of people got with Pokemon.
I think we were just a bit too old, dude. I think, like I was for sure. I understand why people like it. I do. Yep. But for me, I've tried. The closest I got, and I'll admit it, was Pokemon Go, which I still think is an incredible game. But that's when I really got into it. But I never got into the cards, and I rarely got into the games. I think I bought Scarlet was the only one I ever bought, right? So
yeah, the last one I played was that Pokemon Arceus, and I really like that one.
Yeah.
Because like the free roam exploration and stuff. And I think the one coming out on the Nintendo Switch 2 is based off of that, which makes me excited.
That's cool.
Look
at this guy. Have some Mountain Dew. Damn it.
Mountain Dew.
He needs some caffeine. I remember what's Cutthroat saying? I remember when they came out with Star Wars card games in the 90s. Oh yeah.
Wild Turkey, they do have I have seen a Terra FF6 card confirmed.
Terra.
Yeah. She's a green-haired girl.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. 30 Days of Night is a decent vampire flick. So what did you vote for, Wake Up? Interview with the Vampire got 1 vote. And I bet you it was Den. I'm just guessing it was Den because him and I are kind of we like the same things a lot. If you didn't vote,
got it.
If you didn't vote for it, Dan, well, screw you then. I would vote for Interview with the Vampire. Blade sucks. Dust Till Dawn.
What do you mean Blade sucks?
Blade sucks, dude. It's terrible. From Dust Till Dawn is embarrassing, and Lost Boys is overrated. Good night, everybody.
From Dust Till Dawn, what?
From what till what?
From Dust Till Dawn's overrated?
Dude, come on. Tarantino, like he's a great filmmaker, but the acting is a little bit, it's a little wild.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it. It's meant to be that way.
Hot takes this morning. Interview with the Vampire. William Bradley Pitt at his finest. Boom. Best performance ever. I know everyone's going to throw their favorites out there. No one said Bram Stoker's Dracula nothings.
To be fair, I haven't seen Interview with the Vampire, or we talked about I haven't seen Bram Stoker's Dracula either.
So this was on Super Nintendo. This was on the Sega Genesis, and there was a Sega CD version that is the best of the worst by far.
But I'm just saying, Blade's a great movie. I still watch that every year. Fantastic. Wesley Snipes, only Blade I ever need. There's only ever going to be one Blade.
Well, didn't they multiverse him in a shot or something? Isn't he like...
He's in Deadpool 2.
Okay.
Spoilers. The movie's been out for like a year now. I don't care.
Yeah, I think they should bring back him as Blade for sure. For sure. Okay.
Yeah, so let's get into that, Josh.
We are in April of 1993, Will. April. Meaning they're going to try... They're going to try and do their best to trick us this issue with April Fools, as EGM likes to do. I have not previewed. I have not looked through this since I was in high school. So I have no idea what the April Fools is on this one. Dracula 31. Is it
Bram Stoker's Dracula? Is that what the joke is? Seems like a joke of a game.
Yeah. Dude, you gotta at least look up the Sega CD one. I think James Rolfe.
I've seen the AVGN video on it.
Yeah. So the Sega CD one is famous full motion video with digitized actors, and it's just I've played it, dude. It's like your controller's not even plugged in. If you guys would like to follow along, retromags.com is the site where we get the link. They archive all this history. It's an amazing site, but the link is in the description of the video. You'll just have to search Electronic Gaming Monthly 45, and you can read along with us if you like. All right, good sir. Since you are the Ed of the Eds, we'll get you to start. I'll take over at the halfway point.
All right. Best winner of the show. Was there a winner? If you were to ask a dozen people who were at the Winter Consumer Electronics Show what the game of the show was, almost everybody will think for a while and then say Nintendo's FX chip game, Star Fox. I know this for a fact, as many of our own editors have just said that. Well, they're all wrong. Granted, Star Fox is new and revolutionary and plays and looks great, but it just wasn't as good that it could... Wait, it wasn't so good that it could be the game of the show. One reason why it stands out in everybody's mind is that Nintendo knows how to hype up a game. They don't just put a few carts out for people to play. They think big. So big, in fact, that they built a whole geodesic dome around their Starflux display. It was hard not to think about that game for a while at the show. Then, what was best of the show? It was an obscure Sega CD title called Sylphid.
Yes.
You see, Sega doesn't like to brag about their games. In fact, they did everything possible not to call attention to their game. First, they knew ahead of time that Nintendo would be hyping up their polygon graphics game, so they decided to take theirs and hide it by putting it in the middle of a bunch of other CD games. There was no need to run a Sylphid Star Fox side-by-side comparison as they once did with Sonic and Mario.
Interesting. Next, in case if everyone would accidentally see their revolutionary game, they decided to have a 20% unplayable version in the machine. There was no reason to show the nearly complete version that was on display at Sega Fair in Tokyo in December. Finally, to keep the game completely secret, Sega decided not to mention it in their press kit. There's no need to tell the world that Sylphid,
I don't know how to say it either.
Sylphid had over 500,000 polygons body on the planet level alone. That Sylphid moved along at 20 frames per second, and Sylphid uses advanced fractal geometry to calculate the texture mapping highlights and shadows of the detailed geographical features. I didn't realize I was like nothing. That Sylphid had pounding music and sound effects, all encoded in stereo surround, PCM, CD quality sound. Gee, does Ed like this game compared to Star Fox? Sorry, Sega, but I couldn't keep it a secret anymore. Sylphid was the real game of the show. If you doubt it, check out the pictures on page 52. Forget FX chip technology. CD is where the action is. Wrong. CD is where the action is. I lost my place because of that stupid effect. Okay.
CD is where the action is.
And Nintendo's unit, at least another year away. Other CD systems, Sega has it now. But don't tell anybody, as Sega wants to keep it a secret. In other news, they have a great issue for you this month. We have a great issue for you this month, as we have a lot of great bonuses packed inside, like the special foil cover in Street Fighter comic book, a 32-page to portable games and accessories, an exclusive X-Men poster and strategy guide, and if you're a sub, a special Quarterman newsletter. As always, we welcome your comments, criticisms, and suggestions.
I don't know if I need a special Quarterman newsletter. One Quarterman letter is enough.
All right, I'm gonna address this once and for all from old smart lips over here. The Canadian school system. Well, you're not wrong. All right, moving on.
Confirmed.
Alien invasion. I'm getting a thumbs down because Blade sucks. Give me a break, bud. Come on. Hey, we all have our opinion. Just saying.
I remember liking that Alien 3 game. No, is that the same one I played? I thought there was one on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, I think Alien 3 is on for sure. For sure, but okay, here we go. Let's get into it here, ladies and gentlemen. There's some turtles for you.
I would love to get a copy of Turtles in Time.
Oh, it's so good, man.
There's been a lot of Star Fox talk, the last issue and this one, and I'm like, maybe I should get Star Fox. Star Fox 64 as well with the Rumble Pack.
The big box. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. To talk about Blade hot take. Yeah. The Blade hot take is going to be the hot subject for the stream.
Yeah, you guys tell him. You tell him he's wrong. You get him.
Get me. Come get me. Come get me. Ask and you shall receive. What do we got here? How many letters do we have, first of all? How many letters do we have? Oh my god. Look at the psycho letter of the month, dude. Page 16.
That's too much to read. I love you guys, but that's like reading a novel.
Yeah, that's a lie. You guys don't want that. You guys don't.
And it's about sports, which is even more boring.
Yeah, it just is. Okay, ask and you shall receive. This is from Andy Wooderton from New York, New York. After I saw the picture of Time Gal and Road Blaster FX in your November and December international section, I call... I never ceases to amaze me. I called Renovation, who's the game company. I love how people just... Well, I got to get a hold of them. What am I going to do? I don't know. I guess I'll just look up their phone number in the book, and I'm going to call them. I called Renovation to ask them to bring out the games in the U.S. Renovation Software. This is Kelly. How can I help you? Kelly, you bring those games to North America this minute. What? Click. Disconnected. Told them to bring these games to the US. I told them that this type of game would appeal to a lot of players because they use the old Dragon Lair type of control. They were very patient and listened to what I had to say. Then they asked me a bunch of questions. Sure enough, they are now going to bring out the game in America. I urge all game players to speak up And if you see an international game in EGM that looks good to you, call the US company and tell them that you're interested in that type of game. It worked for me. Ladies and gentlemen, because of Andy, we got whatever that game is. So how about that?
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for bringing Time Gal to North America.
There you go. There you go.
I feel like I've heard of Time Gal, but it's not one I've played.
I'll read the second letter from Dave Halston, and then you can read Ed. My favorite Sega CD game is Cobra Command. I have just seen the renovation ads for Road Avenger, and that game is now on the top of my buy list. Back in your November issue, you showed pictures of a Japanese game called Time Gal, and it looked very similar to the other two. Last issue, you said it would be coming here to the US, and this made me very happy. But I just read in another mag that it isn't coming out. I want this game bad. Tell me that somebody will be doing it here. Morning, Butters.
Hey, Butters.
You're up, Ed.
Okay. We ready? We ready to respond to these people?
Do it.
There was a very important lesson that all game players should learn from Andy's letter. He's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. If you really want a game to come out here in the US, let the company know about it. If enough players call and write, the company will give serious consideration. Does it work? You bet.
Nope.
In the case of Time Gal, Renovations president Hyde Erie summed it up in the Time Gal press release. Due to overwhelming requests and interests from American game players, I'm happy to say that we're bringing Time Gal to the United States. This will be one reason why we have an international section. Not only does it give the American players a preview of future games that companies have announced will be coming out over here, but also, as in our coverage of Time Gal back in our November issue, it gives the U.S. players time to call the companies who haven't decided whether they should spend the time and money to convert the Japanese games. We'll keep up the coverage so you can make the calls.
And Time Gal was never seen or heard from again.
It's this is not a game that sounds any interest to me. They say it's a Dragon's Lair type of control. So you're just hitting the right prompts when it pops up on the screen. That sounds no.
OG QuickTime. OG QuickTime. Okay, now again, like Will said, the Psycho Letter of the Month is always a pleasure, and Will reads it very well. However, this is like, it's so big that the font has been shrunk down times like 10. So yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah, you can actually see in the yellow, you can see the shrunk down font size, and then the regular font size just below it with the response.
What Qbert 3 is that thing? What? Qbert 3. It's for looks like it's for, I don't know what it's for.
Super Nintendo?
NES. Yeah, there you go. So we're gonna skip that. Again, if you guys want to read along, please feel free to click the link in the description to retromags.com. Play it if you dare. Oh, here's an ad for the cover story. Bram Stoker's Nothings.
Play it if you dare.
And this is the Sega CD one, dude. You got to try it. Oh my god, it's rough. It's rough.
I don't even know if my Sega CD works.
Well, we got to find a copy of Bram Stoker's Nothings, and then we'll see if you know what. The fact that it might not work is probably the best outcome for that, anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh my god, why is there so
more Street Fighter boss codes? This was a huge thing, dude. I don't know.
I feel like last time there was a bunch of letters about this stuff too, right?
Yeah, I'm good with the Street Fighter boss codes if you are. Yeah.
I do like the more Super NES Neo Geo one though. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I think you're up.
Oh, it's like super short. Wow, I thought there was more okay, well. More Super NES Neo Geo. I really like to play the Neo Geo games, but I can't afford the home system. Paying over $140 for one game is out of my budget. Oh, I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
Welcome to 2025.
I do have a Super NES. Since Takara is bringing out Fatal Fury, will you also do? Well, sorry. Will they also do World Heroes and Art of Fighting? They did a port Art of Fighting to something else. I don't know about World Heroes.
Yeah, World Heroes is pretty good. Pretty good game, actually. Yeah, go ahead.
Ed says, you want it, you got it. Takara has confirmed they will bring out Art of Fighting in December, and Sunsoft announced they are working on World Heroes for the Super NES. Huh.
Nice. Bowler is here, the retro gamer. What's up, brother?
Hey, Bowler.
Good morning.
Oblivion's here, too. Hi, Oblivion.
Oblivion, what's up, mate? So before I forget, Will and I are planning a trip to our pal, the Dawn, in, I'm going to say June. June works. So we were talking about community members who live around here who want to meet up. Will and I got to come up with a date in June. And
just not I'm gone for 1 week in June.
So. Yeah, that's fine. We'll make it work. But I start shooting in July, so it's got to be now or June. I think June is a good point for people who need to book time off and stuff. So again, JP, Gamer, Rusty, Destro, our buddy Zero, whoever wants to meet up, we're going to meet up at Big Time Gamers. We're going to do a stream from there. We're going to do some awesome shopping at Dawn Store. We're going to do pickup videos. But whoever wants to be involved in that and just hanging out, send me a couple messages in Discord of dates that might work. We're going to have to go with the majority, the majority of people that can make a certain date. So if you guys are interested, just shoot me a message on Discord or socials, whatever you got me on, and we can discuss that, and we'll go from there. What are we shooting in July? Super Nintendo Quest begins shooting in July.
Super Nintendo.
Did you read Ed's thing, right?
Yeah.
Bowler, yes. Well, it's in Pickering, Ontario, which is the other side of Toronto. Yeah, Bowler, you're talking about maybe coming down. That's right, sometime in the summer. This is, closer to you than London will be for sure, dude. But let's get a date. Let's get that going. So this gives us about a month and a bit of planning time. And then Will and I are just going to have to pick a date, and whoever can make it kind of thing. But let me know what works for you. All right, moving on. Oh, Bubsy. Game with personality.
When are you going to play that copy of Bubsy you bought?
Whoa, easy there, bud. Did you know there was a pilot for a cartoon of Bubsy? You can find it on
only
the
is a
YouTube.
pilot.
His Dick Bubsy. That's how he talks. He has that thing. He really talks like the Bubsy. Awful. Super Mega Man. Oh, this is from Lee Berlin. What's MD? Maryland? Chat, what's MD? I wrote this letter in capital lettering because I want it read. I have been an avid reader and buyer of EGM ever since its third issue. I truly believe that what you print is fact. But now I must question your, sincerity? As your claims to have seen or heard of a 16-bit Super Nintendo Mega Man title. I was so excited to hear this that I called Capcom. I love it. You go. You call them. Is this true, EGM? Are they lying to me? I was so excited I called Capcom to see when it was going to hit the stores, and they said that a 16-bit Mega Man game was not even in the planning stages. I said that EGM mentioned it in their mag and even on the cover.
And they're like, "Oh my god, he caught us in a lie."
The guy at Capcom then asked me if I ever read The Inquirer. Whoa. Oof, that's gotta hurt. EGM is not The Inquirer, I said. Every time someone questions your credibility, you prove them wrong. Please do it again.
Do it.
Well, Ed says, we talked to Capcom at the Consumer Electronics Show, and they did say that the game was going to come out late this year. We weren't able to get any pictures, as we understand the game is so new that no pictures of it even exist. And since we got our Consumer Electronics Show coverage to you so quick, it's quite possible that not everybody knew about the great Mega Man news. Everything is cool now. As you can see from the press release, Capcom has formally announced the cart, and we recommend that you stay tuned to EGM for the latest info on the Super Soft. Yes! I love it. Does this set your mind at easily? We wouldn't steer you wrong there, buddy.
Hey, buddy guy.
And again, shout out to everybody who took time to create artwork for the envelopes that got sent in. Like, I love that. Look how cool this is. So good.
Yeah, some of these are really good. The bison one at the bottom down there, turtles.
The Mario characters at the top. The Mario characters as Street Fighter characters. It's so great. So great. All right. Okay. Oh, nudity in EGM. Oh man, Francisco, how you doing, mate? You're up, dude. Whatever one you want to pick. Dirty discs. Oh my.
I feel like we'll just start with some nudity.
Might as well.
See you, Josh.
Later, buddy.
I have a complaint about the cover of your February issue. On the cover, there's a picture of Bubsy the Bobcat. He has a shirt on. But where is his pants? We have all been asking that question. Many people would take offense at seeing this. Although the art is very good, I'm very surprised that you would do something like that. Please tell Bubsy to hide his fur balls. Nice try, Mitchell, if that is your real name. If you wouldn't have had a shoe-in for the if we wouldn't have had a shoe-in for the psycho letter, yours would have gotten. Really? You think that's enough to be like a psycho letter? I feel like they were...
Is he being funny, though, or is he being serious? I guess you can't really tell, right? He might be messing around.
Why don't you go bother the people at the zoo to get them to put their boxer shorts on the elephants? Whew, Ed's out for blood today.
He's mad. He's angry. He needs his coffee.
Anyway, why pick on Bubsy? Other animals like Sonic, Tails, and the TMNT have appeared nude in previous EGM covers, and nobody has complained until now. So is it only if you like put a shirt on it, does it make you think that like they need to have pants?
I mean, like Buddy, it's like a cartoon. Like, what are you even talking about? Like, Sonic's naked, and so is Tails.
Yeah, but they're animals.
They're not human. Were they supposed to draw ding dangs on them? Like, give me a break. So, Michael or Mitchell Katz, if you're not joking, you can go suck a lick, buddy, because that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So dumb. Dirty Discs by Deshaun Boynes of Chicago, Illinois. I would like to know if you can use regular CD audio cleaner on your Sega CDs. I asked the Sega consumer department, and one person told me that I could, and the other one told me that there wasn't a need to do so. I got a smudge on my night trap. I bet you did. What do you do with that night trap?
Yeah, what kind of smudge are we talking about?
I got a smudge on my night trap, and I can't get through the hall between the 7 and 8 o'clock in game. What should I do? Actually, both of the people at Sega were correct. Usually, a smudge will not stop the laser pickup from reading the data on the disc. Where you run into problems is when your disc is badly scratched or warped. If you want, you can clean the disc with an audio CD disc cleaner, but it probably won't solve your problem. It seems to me that your problem is more gameplay related rather than electronic. Try following the times that we listed in our February tricks. Oh my God, dude. If you're not familiar, chat, with Night Trap, everything, all the different cameras that you switch to in Night Trap all go in like actual time. So he's basically saying to this guy that you just suck at the game, bud. Did Will write this? So get good at Night Trap is what Ed's basically saying here.
Switch the camera faster, Deshaun Boynaise.
Jeez. What's that last one? Too much memory?
It's like 3 sentences, and then I don't know where it goes. That's it.
They didn't even write back.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's no response.
Oh, yeah. There isn't. Yeah. Desney, how you doing? What's going on?
Hi, Desney.
Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, let's do it. Our favorite section. This
review
is the
time,
review
baby.
Crew. Let's do it. So as usual, I read Steve, Will reads Ed, and they've kind of changed the format as to what the description of each one of the editors has been doing. So let's just check that out. Steve, the head honcho, is trying to be a hero. Sorry, I find stupid things funny. With enough work, it could just happen in June. What does that even mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Steve is currently, his favorite games are Bubsy, Road Avenger, and Flashback.
Take Steve out of here. Kick him out.
All right, Ed.
Bubsy.
All right, Ed.
Ed bought some rope. This is starting off well.
It
must mean he's getting ready to tie the knot.
Whoa.
Current fave games. Cool spot. Freaking get Ed out of here too.
Embarrassing.
Road Avenger, Bomberman 93, Plaque, and Jungle Strike.
All awful. Except Jungle Strike. I know some of you in the chat like that one. All right. So we got Bomberman 3 by Turbo Technologies Incorporated for the Turbo Duo, aka the TurboGrafx 16. Pretty good scores. This one, like Bomberman's a solid game, Willie. It's fun.
I love Bomberman. I think like 4-player Bomberman is a lot of fun.
So Steve gives it an 8. The name of the game is fun, and Bomberman 93 delivers it in quantity. While it's a good game to play solo, the only way to get the full enjoyment out of the soft is to hook up the Turbo Tap and invite 4 of your friends over for the time of your life. Like, seriously, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. This is it. The peak of video gaming is Bomberman 93.
That's it. Go out and get it now.
That's it. To be good, it will take a lot of strategy and technique. 8. That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my God. Where are we? Ed, there we are. There's no doubt about it. This is the party game of the year. While it may look like a game for kids, once you get it, once you give it a try, you will be hooked. It is a tough game to put down, especially when you and your friends start playing it. I like the different levels as it is not only levels as it not only adds variety, but each requires different techniques to win. 9.
We also got to be careful, guys. This is the April Fool's issue too. So hopefully, let me know if you spot it, or they might do multiple jokes. So
I forgot it was. So was those write-ups for the month? Then was that a joke?
Maybe. They're usually like a trick or like a game or something like that. But I don't know. I'm scared. Because what if
Sushi X has gone back to Japan to teach his countrymen how to play Mortal Kombat?
See, that's not correct at all.
See, that seems like his jokey. Right?
We got Shadowrun. Yeah, that might be one. But it's usually like it'll be a big fake game or like a fake trick or something like that. We got Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo by Data East. 6 from Steve. Although the story moves quite slow, I was able to appreciate the detail built into the role-playing game. While the graphics were only average, this is typical of the genre. I had hoped that the sound would have been better, but the quest is the most important part of the game, and Data East did a good job in delivering the goods.
There has been many good Quest RPG games since Zelda, and I'm glad to say that Shadowrun is one of the better ones in this category. The story doesn't move along very quickly, and I really hoped that it would have more action. Still, it is a game that will appeal to fans of this genre. 7. Shadowrun's actually a series that is pretty well known still today.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Isn't there like a board game too, like a tabletop kind of version of Shadowrun or something like that too, from my understanding?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do recognize. I can't say I've ever really got into it. Den says the world of StarCraft still hurts my heart. Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good April Fools. Yeah, that and the GoldenEye trick with the 4 bonds. That broke my heart, man. Yeah, there you go. Den says it's a tabletop. Wake Up says the worst April Fools I fell for was the odd header, and the Easter Egg Hunter released a video on how to legitimately get Aerith back in Final Fantasy VII. Whoa, dude, that's rough. Yeah, that would be because that was like out of like gaming's most shocking moments. Aerith dying, you finding out that you are Darth Revan, like big things like that. Like those are just monumental things, you know what I mean? But a trick to play your heartstrings to bring Aerith back. I don't know. Will, did you care when she got the
I cared, but I didn't like, I don't know, I didn't panic to try to get her back. Like I feel like that was like a big twist in the story. I'm curious. I don't know, has it been Rebirth? Did they change that in Rebirth? I don't know, is that spoiler territory yet?
I think it's such a big part of the story. I don't think they're going to rewrite that. Maybe they did. I don't know.
Because Rebirth does like a lot of really weird changes. I don't know.
Right. What the hell is Family Dog?
Family Dog. Family Dog.
Family Dog by THQ for the Super Nintendo. Well, Steve didn't like this. Not one bit.
Steve's not liking anything.
4. This is another one of the carts that just isn't quite there. If the controls would have been tightened up, then Family Dog would have been a good game for the younger players. The concept is very good and the graphics are appropriately done, but it falls short in execution. The cartoon tie-in is a good idea. This is a cartoon. Anyone know what Family Dog is?
I've never heard of it.
I have no clue, man.
Family Dog. Let's see, Family Dog TV show. Oh, yeah. Huh.
It is a cartoon. Well, there you go.
It was on CBS, based on a 1987 episode of The Amazing Stories. Only had 1 season.
Ooh. Interesting. Matt says Shadowrun's modern day D&D. Okay. That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Ed. You liked it more than I did. There you go. 7.
Yeah, that's what I said. Steve is like, he's upset about everything. Everything's low over here. He's a cranky man today. I think Family Dog is a good game for kids. It took a bit longer than normal to get used to the controller movements, but after a while, the game becomes very enjoyable and a lot of fun to play. The levels could have been harder, but considering the target audience, they were probably okay. Too easy for my liking. 7. That seems like a more of a rational response to something that's very, well, obviously meant for kids, right?
Sure. And the Super Nintendo library has a lot of that stuff. Tom and Jerry, like Simpsons, Ren and Stimpy, Family Dog. There's, I think, Tiny Toons. There's a lot of that stuff on that system.
Yeah.
Bob, B.O.B. by Electronic Arts for
I have that game.
Super. Yeah.
It's my only Genesis game from the one Josh J.P. Peppers.
Yep. Josh is generous. Very generous. And I know he's not in the chat, so I guess I'll save it. I do have something for Josh because he's so giving to us. I got something for him, but we'll talk about that next time. 5. This game has very good graphics and some excellent animations. Excuse me. I like the challenge the later levels present, but getting there is just not as enjoyable as I expected it to be. The game has good play mechanics and got to be addictive after a while. Although overall, though, the game was only average at best. 5.
God damn, Steve.
Steve's like he's out of video games now. He's done. He's into comic books full on. He's done.
This is another one of those games which not only plays well, but is also fun to play. Bob is a cute character that grows on you the more you play the game. Although the action is limited, I did find that there were more than enough ways to build up my weapons. A good game for those who like slow-moving action. No Sonic? Yeah, I know. We've talked about this long ago, but I was never the kid that had a Sega console until the Dreamcast. Dreamcast was my first actual owned Sega console. I never got into any of them before that. I was a Nintendo kid.
That's fair. I would say most people didn't have both of the main competitors, right? So I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, I missed out on a lot of that. I do eventually want to get those up, but there's other titles I want to spend money on first.
And then you're going to get it, hook up your Genesis and play Sonic or whatever. And you're going to be like, oh my God, Super Nintendo is crap compared to it. I can't even believe it this minute. Interview with the Vampire, 4% on the polls. Is everyone all right? Holy.
No, I just think you're wrong.
What's up, Hopkins? Shut up, Will. Berserk for Dreamcast is goated.
Berserk on Dreamcast is amazing. Oh, I remember playing that game so much. It's so expensive. It's an expensive Dreamcast game right now.
I don't remember that one.
It's based off of the anime Berserk.
Oh, okay. Super Turrican by Sika. I believe they were formerly Chemco Sika, I believe. Anyway.
Oh, it's not as expensive as I thought. What, $120?
We got whoa, buddy. Come on now.
Cutthroat.
We're gonna remove that one.
We don't say stuff like that.
Come on, buddy. 7. There has been other versions of this game done for various systems, but this is the best of the bunch. The graphics are very well done. The control is right on the money, and the audio is impressive. I liked the longer than average quest, and the power-ups were better than average. A very well done game. Can't say as I played this one either, but I do know it.
It looks, well, just from the screenshot, it looks neat.
Yeah, it's like a side-scrolling shooter. And cut, I know you didn't mean anything by that. It's fine.
Yeah, Steve's reviews are still a lot lower than most everyone else's.
Dude, he probably has like an early 3DO or Jaguar or something. So you know what I mean? Like he seems to be like
so playing those games has soured his mood.
Well, no, he's usually remember when he first got the Sega CD, he wouldn't let anyone else play it. So like whatever the coolest system is, he always gets it because he's the boss. And it's like, I'm not playing Super Nintendo baby games anymore,
Let's see here. Although players will be able to experience the Dolby Surround soundtrack, take it from me, it is outstanding. Throw in exceptional graphics and lots of super intense action, and this is the game of the month for me. I like the idea of hidden power-ups as it adds more challenge to the game. Outstanding.
Rusty's asking, random question, do either of you have modded consoles?
Mm-mm.
I have never had a modded console. Nope.
I don't currently have one, but I will say my dad modded our PlayStation 1 back in the day.
Yeah, the PlayStation 1 was Okay, hang on. I remember getting PS1 games from this one game store. I don't remember the store's name. It was a mom and pop shop. But I remember there was a trick with the PS1 where you could turn it on and open the tray, and then you'd put like a weight down to trick the PlayStation to think it was still down. And this is how you played burn games. I remember that.
Oh. My dad had like this little adapter, and it really wasn't like you didn't have to alter the system itself. It literally just like attached onto the back of the PlayStation 1, at least the old PlayStation 1 fat model, and then like it would just play burn games.
I heard, yeah, like there's a lot of systems that it's easy to do for. I never had one. Just Jeff, what's up, duder? Good to see
Jeff.
You.
Yeah, this is Rusty's ploy to get the police after us now.
This guy's still going on about Blade. Holy. Dude, that was like an hour ago. Let me tell you something about Blade. It sucks. It's like who does anyone care about Blade?
Yes.
Shut up, Will. Who else?
Everyone in chat.
Nobody cares about Blade. Morbius, long live Morbius. Now I'm just trying to troll everybody.
I'm trying to defend you guys here. Listen, I'm
Jared
on your
Leto
side.
Is the greatest in Morbius. I mean, that is the movie.
So we went to see that movie.
What is going on here?
I don't know. Are you getting called?
I'm getting a call. What is happening?
Is it Matt Tracker Rubin?
Hello? I don't know. Did you mean to call?
I warned you I would call if you bash Blade.
Oh, here.
Get him, Matt.
Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's the call-in show now. We got Matt Tracker Rubin. No swearing. Okay, let me have it. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the stream, but I warned you.
No, I think it's hilarious. We've just added a new segment to the show. Do you have the page up?
No.
Oh, I was gonna get you to read one.
I was doing work. I was just
that's okay. All right, buddy. Well, thanks. Just give me like what's your big thing about Blade? Why you like it? Just let us have it.
So, if you think about it, Blade, good action movie. Not too much of the vampire mythos, but it started the whole comic book movie thing because it came out before the 2000 X-Men. We would not have the MCU, DC, none of it. So,
that's fair. I gotta say, dude, that made my day. You calling, that was absolutely amazing. Let's hear it from Matt, everybody.
Woo, Matt. Defend that Blade. You get him.
Guys.
All right, buddy. See you later. So good. Good stuff. Good stuff. So anyway, where were we here? We're talking about Blade still. Now Will's typing up a storm. Stuff's going on. Cutthroat, I don't know if Outrun...
I'm getting all the Blade fans to come and get you.
If Outrun 2019 was any good or not. I've never tried it. Of course I would pick up. It's you, buddy. That's why we only have channel members in the Discord. Blade is a sexy... What is she saying? Blade is a sexy, dangerous... and good all at the same time. Oh, it's sexy, dangerous, and good at the same. Ah, God. Listen, you might be right. I don't know. Okay, Outrun. We're moving on. And I got nothing against Snipes. Snipes is great, man. Demolition Man, anybody? I'm just saying. Blade is a boring character. Morbius. Let's go.
Oh, what I was going to say about Morbius is I actually fell asleep like through most of that movie.
Oh, dude, I've heard it's like maybe the worst superhero movie of all time. Which
she woke up right at the end and she was like, "Is it still on?"
Yeah. Well, again, we're derailing here, but that's fine. It's like this cinematic universe that Sony wants to continue to have that revolves around Spider-Man when there's no Spider-Man. Yep. I will never understand it. Besides money, take the money out of it. I'll never understand it, man.
Just like Kraven, like why did we need a solo Kraven movie?
Dude, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. Oblivion, you win. Twilight is the best. I forgot about that one.
I've never seen those movies. I've only seen clips and they all seem awful.
I got embarrassed, man. Remember there's like the Team Jacob versus Team Edward. Remember that?
talks
Yeah,
about it.
Edward versus Jacob. He was the werewolf, and the other guy's the vampire.
Listen, y'all can say it here, but the best vampire movie is with the legendary Kate Beckinsale, and that is Underworld.
Oh, I forgot about that one too. Chadwick is here. What's up, brother?
Yeah, right, Chad? Yeah, exactly. Nobody needs a Craven movie.
No, nobody needs a Spider-Man villain movie without Spider-Man. What's up, Bash? How you doing, buddy? Most of us are on the tubes, but I appreciate you being on the Twitch, trying to keep the Twitch stream alive, ladies and gentlemen. We got a $10 super chat from our good buddy JT. Thank you, my friend. Jay Bartlett, to atone for your sins against Blade, you shall play the PS1 game on the Monday Hell Ride.
I like it. Also, is that Bash at you on Twitch?
Yes.
Hi, Bash at you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have Twitch up.
No, that's okay. That is hilarious. Thank you, dude, for that. Well, Blade, I believe, is on PS2, actually, by the way. Thank you very much. I believe.
Was there not a PS? I thought there was a PS1 one.
There might have been. I know the PS2 one because Donkey, if you guys know Donkey, he did one. He did a video on it. It was absolutely hilarious. I want my interview with the vampire RPG, but it looks like we're not going to get it. Moving on to Outrun 2019.
And the RPG would be just as boring as in the movie.
What? What did you say about that? You've never seen it.
Yeah, and I still know it's boring.
Dude, it's got Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. What are you talking about? And Antonio Banderas? Come on, man. This is like hot Desperado Antonio too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that poll disagrees with you. 7% of people say that Interview with the Vampire is the greatest movie ever. It's losing behind Lost Boys and From Dusk Till Dawn and even Blade. So I think you're wrong.
What's that noise? What is that?
I think somebody's vacuuming upstairs.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
It'll pass. I apologize.
That's fine. That's fine. I was like, are we getting another road call in the call-in show? For some reason, Sega has never been able to do a good racing game on the Genesis. This futuristic version of Outrun is no exception. The scaling is not as smooth as I expected it to be, and there just isn't much difference between this and the previous versions. While the challenge is there, it just doesn't look good. Kind of like Blade! Blade is on PS1. Blade is on PS2 as well. Holy. You guys with the Blade. Blade. PS2. Blade. PS2. Right there. See? You see? It might be on PS1. I'm not disagreeing, but I know it's on PS2.
I just said I thought there was a in my mind, I see a PlayStation 1 like jewel case. I feel like I've seen that before. I'm not saying I didn't disagree. I know there is a PS2 one, and I think it came out on the original Xbox as well too.
I put a poll up for the Monday Hell Ride. Surfer won, which is really disappointing because I wanted to play Xena.
But Warrior Princess?
Yeah, man, for PS1.
Yeah, there's Blade on the PlayStation 1. $70.
Oh, that's Blade 2 on PS2. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Does it matter? Does it matter? It's all sucks. What is this?
You're still wrong.
Let Blade movie go. You're not going to win the war. Maybe a battle or two. Oh, kind of like you in Fortnite. Oh, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Ba-da-bump.
Okay, you're up, Ed.
We got so derailed here. I was hoping that with all the programming experience at Sega, they would finally get Outrun to be one of those WoW-type racing games. Although the games are getting better, there still is a lot of room for improvement. Perhaps there just isn't enough memory. So I guess I'll just have to wait until Batman CD. You know what? I feel like he's still going to be disappointed with Batman CD.
Just saying. Q Penelope. What's going on?
Q. Love your face. Good to see you.
Yeah, we're having a good old one. Man, we got people calling in. We got people. You guys, what was the other thing that I said I didn't like where everyone got mad? RoboCop, Cobra Viper from 1986.
Wait, you said you didn't. I thought you liked RoboCop.
The game. I don't like the movie. The movie makes me sick.
Like the first one?
It makes me feel weird. It's just weird, man. To watch
do you have feelings for RoboCop? Is that what you're telling us?
No, like to watch that dude get shot like that is like the most like horrific, scarring thing that I've ever seen.
Oh, the opening scene? Yeah, but that's like 80s.
That's disgusting.
80s were just all about blood packs every time you shot somebody.
Can we move on to Battletoads, please?
I just finished Outrun. You're up.
Oh, damn it. Battletoads by Trade West. Published, but developed by Rare. Thank you, actually, by the way. 7. If a company is going to bring out the same game for different systems, it's important to make each version the best that the system can handle. While the control is very good, the graphics just aren't up to the Genesis standards. It still is Toads and a lot of fun, but with more effort, it could have been spectacular. 7!
Woo! This is another one that's on my list. I freaking love Battletoads.
Battle nothings. Screw Battletoads!
You're just you and Steve in a mood today, you know?
Well, we're one and the same. We're one and the same.
Trade West did a good job in translating the Battletoads game over to the Genesis. The cute animations are built in, as are all the troublesome enemies. I would like more variety, but the game is very challenging and downright difficult. Almost frustratingly hard. If you haven't played the 8-bit version, get this one.
Yeah.
Also, Q, Fridays, I don't stream over on Twitch. Friday mornings, I come over here and hang out with my good buddy Jay, and we do a lot of gaming stuff over here. So thanks for coming along.
Yeah, appreciate that, Q. If you like the content, I'm sure you're sub to old Willie. Throw a sub down on the channel. I would appreciate it.
Yeah, Jay's getting close to 100,000 subscribers, guys.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. What's the A? Jay accidentally had decaf this morning. No, what do you mean the A, Butters? What do you mean? What am I missing? What does the A stand for in the movies?
Adult?
I don't know what you mean, dude.
It's like the rating system? We watching adult movies?
Yeah. Thank you, Matt Tracker. Appreciate that. There's the official stat. There you go. We're getting there. I'm working. Okay, moving on.
Battletoads.
Fatal Fury. Oh, yeah, you haven't read it yet. Sorry, my bad.
No, we did.
You read yours already?
Yeah.
I'm getting all derailed from the Blade hate. From all the Blade hate. So, by the way, there you go, Cutthroat. The game of the month was Bomberman 93 for the Turbo. So there you go. There you go. Fatal Fury. Published by Takara for the Sega Genesis. Oh, boy. This is stinker. Thank you, Jeff. Agreed. I like the Super NES version of the game and really expected the Genesis copy to be equally as good. Unfortunately, the moves were very difficult to do, and this type of game, split-second timing, is very important. It just wasn't there. The graphics are excellent, but without control, there just isn't a game.
Fatal Fury is just not something I've ever been into either.
It is a good game. The Fatal Fury 2 is amazing, but you got to play it honestly on the Neo. I mean, I'm sure compilations.
You spend $140 per game? Are you crazy?
It's good. It's good.
Learning to execute the moves in this game was a very difficult experience.
Corner half circle. Sorry.
It isn't that the control was bad, just that the timing has to be perfect, and in the heat of battle, it's very difficult to have to concentrate on how to do the moves just so. Did you have this complete with Street Fighter? Because I feel like, you know. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing. Like with fighting games, you got to be like precise, right? Great backgrounds and good animations, but needed more control. All right, 5.
Time Gal sounds like a failed game. Cutthroat says,
but they reviewed it really well.
Yeah, it looks like it did pretty well. A renovation for the Sega CD. This is Time Gal. It got an 8 from Steve. Like Road Avenger, Time Gal is a great action game with the arcade Dragon's Lair type of controls. The animations are truly top-notch, as was the challenge, which got progressively harder as you moved ahead in time. The soundtrack is CD quality, and the gameplay is very precise. Overall, one of the best CD games out there. 8.
Time Gal is a good follow-up to Road Avenger and Cobra Command. Although the earlier levels are quite easy as you have a fair amount of time to react to the on-screen prompt, this reaction time gets shorter and shorter as you move up in the game, making it much more challenging. Great backgrounds.
What do you got, JT? Give me a example. $100? $200?
For what?
For a sealed Time Gal on CD.
I just don't like these types of games. I think we talked about this. These are just not. Yeah. These games are just not for me.
This is like the infancy of the QuickTime, right? QuickTime events. Dragon's Lair. Again, I love what the game is. I love Don Bluth's art. I would love to honestly have that arcade game, but yeah, I mean, you and I spent lots of time playing that when it came to iPhone, and we couldn't. I mean, how easier does it get than the iPhone, right? And we still couldn't do it.
Yep.
Get good? Well, get good maybe? I don't know. Maybe. $200.
$200?
Can almost buy my own ship for that. Sim Earth. Oh, God. See, this is the kind of game that I can't stand. But I will say it's nice to see a different style of game on the Turbo Duo other than a side-scrolling shooter. So, once again, from Turbo Technologies Incorporated for the Turbo Duo, this is Sim Earth, which Steve gives a 4. While the play mechanics on the computer game have been transferred to the Duo version exactly, I just didn't get too excited with the whole global concept. There are a tremendous amount of variables. And to someone who digs this type of experimenting, this game is well suited for you. Blah. Q, thank you for the sub, my friend. I appreciate that very much. Rock on.
Thanks, Q. Yeah.
So 4, not so great. Not so great.
I got distracted. Hold on. Sorry. People messaging me. Telling me about everybody's angry about Blade, you know?
They're messaging you about Blade?
No.
Interview with the Vampire, 10%. This will not stand.
Hi, Agito.
Agito, hello. Welcome to the stream. Cheers, my friend. We're yelling about vampire movies, Agito. Pay no mind. Do a vote on the poll. Vote and tell us what you think out of those 4, which is the best vampire movie. And if you're for the vampires, the winner.
I like the idea of controlling one's destiny, and Sim Earth does just that. Granted, it isn't a game for shooter fans, as you have to use your brain. Wow. Call out.
Golly.
But having the power to change the environment is easily worth the price of admission. If you think about what you're doing, this can be quite an educational experience. I'm just going to say Agito also loves Blade. I'm just, you know what?
I can see that. And hey, there you go. But Blade has not taken out the Lost Boys, ladies and gentlemen. We are tied at 30% between the Corey Feldman Lost Boys. Wrong! Kiefer Sutherland. Corey Feldman. Need a break. Oh boy. Oof. Yeah. Phew.
Jay, did you leave your underwear? You got your whitey tighties out there?
I mean, you know, No, I haven't wore those since like last week before maybe. Disgust. Fatal Fury 2 for the Neo Geo by SNK. We're getting a rare Neo Geo review here. I'm so excited. Agito, that is cool. You have his replica sword. Let me just say, since you are new here, I am just joking around because Interview with the Vampire is one of my favorite movies, and everyone's talking about Blade, so just jokes. Nothing is serious around these parts. 7, eh? Okay. I see what's going on here. It's good to see that more companies are creating games that allow the player to do combo moves, such is the case of this Fatal Fury sequel. The matches are challenging, and having a lot of different moves at the disposal was a definite plus. The animations are smooth, and the control is precise. 7.
Ba-dum-bum. Ba-dum-bum. SNK has taken a good game and made its sequel even better. The graphics are exceptional, as are the moves and audio track. The enemies are strong, powerful, and difficult to beat. Easily one of the best fighting games on the market. If you have the system, you must have this cart. For $140!
Is that what they say it cost?
No, do you remember at the beginning is the guy
Oh,
saying he
yeah.
wanted this game's ported from Neo Geo because he
Okay.
couldn't afford the $140?
Can
Just throw it back.
somebody in the chat type in $140 in 1993, what that would be in 2025? And we'll see how much Fatal Fury would cost today.
Neo Geo carts are like, what? You're easily spending like $250, $300.
I
Even more if it's
remember
like a good title, right?
$199, I think, but I never ever bought one brand new. I always bought them used, and to find them used even back in the day was it's just as rare as it is now, for sure. For sure. Tiny Toon Adventures. I would rather play nothing.
They're tiny, they're toony, they're all a little loony.
This is by Konami for the NES 6. This is definitely a good game with lots of simple action for the kids. Give them this cart and they'll be occupied for hours. The gameplay is easy and not for the experienced player, but considering that this is an NES game, the better players have probably already migrated to the Super Nintendo. Come on, man. Don't be graphic snobs, guys. Come on. It's more that Tiny Toons just sucks in general than, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I'm old school Bugs Bunny, but never was into the Tiny Nothings.
The Bugs Bunny game, one of them, was it Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash? I think I remember liking that one on the NES. I think that's what it's called.
Oh my goodness, buddy. We can't be friends anymore.
All right, I'll see you.
Bugs Bunny's Birthday Bash.
Is that what it was called? I feel like that's one of them I played. Maybe that was on the Game Boy.
Crazy. Well, we got...
No, I'm right. Yeah, it is that one. Okay. Oh, no, Birthday Blowout. There we go.
Well,
Yeah,
Birthday
that's the
Bash was
one.
on NES, and I think they ported it to Game Boy. Birthday Blowout, Wild Turkey says, okay. Well, Birthday Bash is NES then. It's got to be. Search that one. Yeah.
No, NES one is Birthday Blowout.
Okay.
That's when I looked at the screenshot. That is the one I played. I remember it.
Birthday. Well, which one's Birthday Nothings?
I don't know. I think I just put in a word. I don't know.
All right,
Bunny,
Ed, you're up.
Birthday. You're telling me to look up things. Game Boy.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you, after this, Will, I'm going to send you, you'll have a confirmation email that will basically able you to like pull up JPEGs and stuff on the stream as well. You'll be able to add stuff.
Well, that's dangerous.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Okay. Another good game for the younger audience. The challenge is set on the easier side, and the graphics are very well done and have the look that the kids will like. Getting this game is a safe bet, especially if you have played and enjoyed the first version. Definitely a must-have for the beginning gamer.
Thank you, Gamer. Gamer says it's 270 today. Chad says 309 period 84.
Gee,
to be precise.
so doubled.
Actually, by the way, thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
So what's a copy of Fatal Fury 2 right now on the market?
Used, I'm going to say 200.
Think so?
Yeah. But I'm not a Neo Geo expert, so I don't know if the carts have gone up or they've gone down or they've gone sideways. I got no idea over here.
Geo.
Fatal Fury 2. Let's look it up. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you're about right. 250.
Like, more or less, the times I've looked up Neo Geo games, they're pretty much all kind of in the same area. There are some that are, Samurai Showdown is obviously more expensive and stuff like that, but for the most part, they're around the same. Yeah. Fire and Ice, another very rare and expensive NES game, released in 93. This is from Tecmo, our good buddies at Tecmo, for the NES 7. We actually played this a little bit on the, I think it was my birthday stream where we did Switch games. We played this. It was on the Switch. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Not really
like a decent game.
It's like a puzzle kind of game, yeah.
As a person who enjoys the adventures of WillyLo, this definitely looked like something I would probably get into.
Well, some players might like this type of game. I found the puzzles to be repetitive and uneventful. While each puzzle was different, the idea didn't change. The puzzles did continue to get harder as you progressed through the game, and this challenge could be enough to keep some people coming back for more. 7.
Boom, boom. I'd like it a little bit better with giving it an 8, and then expresses that as well, saying an 8 for an NES game. You bet. I love the thinking puzzle type of game, and Fire and Ice is right up that line. While the puzzles start off easy, the ones in the later stages of are downright ingenious. Yes. I'm hooked. As once I started playing, I found out that I couldn't stop. Easily the best puzzle game in years. That's got me intrigued. I don't know if I'd pay the price that they're asking for it, but
for Fire and Nothings?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
up there.
That's tough. Especially if you want it like with the box.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the big thing, right?
We always got the box.
Whoa. Premature.
What was that?
Premature. I was just gonna say let's get a coffee break.
Oh, okay.
Or a bathroom break, yeah. So we'll be back, guys. Give us like 5 minutes. And we'll be back with some more reviews. And we're going to kick it and get into what's coming new. And we're hopefully going to try and find the April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I still haven't seen one. They all seem so serious so far.
Yeah. Share a screen. All right. Let's get a hunting video up. Let's do that.
Booty boop boop boop.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a few minutes here.
So I never seen that console before, dude. I don't know.
Just came in today, so this is right place, right time entirely.
Retro Brothers here in Scarborough.
Yep, Scarborough, Ontario.
We're in some kind of weird tunnel now, but don't worry about that. Okay, buddy. So it's been just a little over a month. Any updates to the old list?
I really want to find something Capcom based.
Yeah, well, I gotta tell you, same. I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil. You've been doing a lot of Monster Hunter, Dino Crisis, so we got that. Yeah, so the Resident Evil Director's Cut, I'm looking for that, specifically the DualShock with the awful music.
Ghouls and Ghosts, I think, is on there, like the NES one, or Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is obviously the better Ghouls and Ghosts game, but either one of those. After watching you play Dino Crisis, I know you weren't like so hot on it.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to get my own copy of Dino Crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, you like the dinos. You like the Jurassic Parks. So I think you'd like that. Metal Gear Solid. Still looking for that one.
Yeah, that's weird because like Metal Gear is a pretty common title, and it's weird that we haven't really come across it. I was also thinking again on the Capcom route is finishing off my collection for the PS1 of Resident Evil, maybe scrounging up Resident Evil 3.
Oh, you need 3. You know what, Mega Man? I made a call to our buddy Don that is not shown here, and he does have a boxed copy. It's up there as it should be, but I don't know. I've got Mega Man on the brain so much so, Will, that I might be willing to just do the cartridge for Mega Man 1 for now.
I was talking about that recently because like Chrono Trigger has been one on my list, and just Chrono Trigger complete in box is outrageously expensive.
Okay, well, we're here. Let's go check out Retro Brothers. I love the cabinets.
So nice. Right? I would like to get a cabinet.
I love the lights in the cabinets. I love the cabinets. It's got like the store has a dark atmosphere, but it's light at the same time.
Yeah, it's showcasing what they want to see, right?
Look at that TV. A Commodore
There,
monitor.
you see these on here? Vectrix and the Retro Boy.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I thought that was super graphics, dude. Almost crapped myself.
Yeah, right?
How can I not get that? You ever seen that?
I haven't seen that one.
Splatters.
Dragon Spear. Turbo boxes.
Jagbox. That Jagbox.
Oh, they have another Commodore. These are all the Commodore monitors out there. Where are
Oh, yeah. What's that, Willie?
It's the hard drive for the PS2 for Final Fantasy 11.
Remember playing that?
I do. Good times.
Got some loose Genesis box. Super
Punch Out.
It's $100.
It's another like shooter.
I see this too often. This is like old school. This is great. Wow. I love the old school retail Mario, like the Nintendo signs. Neo Geo Mini.
Oh, you just saying that like
Yeah. We got
Sounds good.
look at everything first.
I got one cool thing hiding in the back that I'll pull up for you guys to take a peek at. It's the cardboard standee of Conker's Live and Reloaded for the original Xbox.
What?
The Army Tank, which is sick.
Good. Happy Meal display for Mario 3.
Oh, that's red.
Oh, I remember these, dude. Oh, here's something you don't see every day. So the turbo with the booster on the back that had the AV. The turbo booster. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I've ever seen the booster on the back.
Look at this, dude. Oh, it's so sweet. Resident Evil 3 Dreamcast? What? Dude.
very, very gentle.
What's going on?
That one's great because it has the different color blood and stuff like that.
Good game.
It's good. Good stuff.
Good game. All right, Jeff. What did I say? Why are you hating me? Why am I dead to you? Was it the Adventures of Lolo?
Oh, Jeff. Yeah. Jeff was saying that.
Listen, I played that game with my dad. I had fond memories playing together The Adventures of Lolo with my dad. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. You like what you like, right? Except you're wrong. Yeah, wake up. That Super Mario Brothers 3 display was cool. And Cutthroat, you said something about I should have got a Turbo Duo. We have not seen one. We've seen lots of Turbo graphics, but we haven't seen a Duo yet.
And we were 2 months away from that Super Turbo.
Super Grass. Yeah, so what we didn't talk about in this video was that there's a store down the street where they actually had a super graphics, like My Grail. And then we were still shooting, and I asked Will to go outside and call, but they'd sold it already, which was unfortunate. But no, haven't seen it. Turbo Duo is very rare. You'll find a Turbo graphics way easier than you will a Duo. Did you do Fire and Ice? Did we get past this?
Yep.
Okay.
I think so. Pretty sure we did.
Kid Dracula. Here you go with the vampire theme. Oh, Interview with the Vampire, 17%. Let's go. Kid Dracula by Konami for the Game Boy. I believe this is on the Castlevania collection as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Konami has a great Game Boy game that offers game players a lot of variety, fun, and enjoyment. While the game is not revolutionary, it does take a tried and true concept and applies it well to this game. The graphics and control are above average, and overall the cart is very well done. Another hit from Konami.
Ta-da! Now this is a great Game Boy cart. I really like the character, even though he looks quite unusual. The game plays very well and is well designed for the Game Boy. Any faster and the action would start blurring. Another good point is the fact that it is a game that people of all ages will enjoy. I feel like you could have worded that better. Anyway, 7.
Yep. Not bad. I'm with you, Jeff. There were some great games on it, but I was never a fan, and that stuck through the years with portables in general. I've bought most of them, and yeah, regretted it almost every time. There you go, though. Mylon's Secret Castle by Hudson Soft for the Game Boy. 6. This was a popular NES game a few years back. In its current Game Boy form, a whole new generation of players will be able to run through the different mazes, hunting for hidden items, just as we did in the 80s. He's talking about the 80s like it was like years ago. That's the wrong review. I've never done that before. I started reading Ed's. The first few levels are easy, but as you approach the end of the game, it starts to get teeth.
Another puzzle maze game.
It starts to get teeth.
Teeth? Yeah, like
tough.
You think it means tough?
It says teeth, but it's supposed to be tough. Anyway, moving on.
Starts to get teeth. I feel like that's a saying, though. Hold on.
No, it's not. Starts to get teeth? Anybody? Anybody at all? No way. Well, he's looking it up.
Cuts one teeth. No, I guess not.
Will's like Jamie from Joe Rogan. Whoever watches Joe Rogan.
Never watched Joe Rogan.
Spider-Man. You say it looks bad, Cutthroat? We'll get there.
Another puzzle maze game. This is my lucky month. Blah, blah, blah. Our cerebral players will also appreciate the hidden gems and challenges that await them in this game. One good thing about this cart is the fact that you will take it anywhere, and it is very well suited for portable playing on a long drive in the car, if you have enough batteries.
There you go. Matt's figured it out. Starts to get teeth usually means starting to get a grip, or in this case, starts to get good. Dude, you know,
okay, see, you know
I've
what? There you
never
go.
heard that. That's crazy.
I thought I've heard of that kind of like phrasing before.
I thought it was starts to get tough, but there you go. Interesting. Thanks for that, dude. I've heard of that movie, Wake Up. I cannot watch that if it's the same movie I'm thinking of.
There's a movie called Teeth, like literally just about teeth.
I think it's about, how do I say this in a G rating? It's about, I believe if this is the same one, it's a horror movie about a woman who has teeth down there and she rips off people's, you know. I think that's the movie you're thinking of. But there is a movie like that. I think that's it.
Why is there
Teeth?
a movie like that?
I don't know, man, but I'll never watch it because that's just awful. It's like that movie, The Human Centipede. I had the unfortunate like a screening of this. I watched it. My girlfriend at the time was like, "You got to watch this," and it was like torture porn, man. I'm like, who wants to watch this kind of thing? I don't know. Maybe you do, but for me, it's just like these poor people get sewn to each other, and it's just excruciating pain that they go through this whole movie. Why would anyone want to watch this? Wake
Sounds
up!
pretty awful.
Yeah, let's go.
I refuse to watch that movie. Ashley watched it with her sisters, and I was like, "No, I'm out. See ya."
Yeah, I don't like the torture stuff. Anyway, Spider-Man by Flying Edge for the Game Gear. The Game Gear games are getting better as time goes on. This version of the popular series offers some of the best graphics, gameplay, and sound on the system. Even though better than average, it's a long way from equaling one of the home versions. Still a good game to play when you're not near a TV.
I'd like it a little bit better with a 7. Spidey is back, and he is looking good. It is portable fun that keeps on coming back for more, as with a dozen levels, you certainly, there we go, won't finish this cart in one sitting. The graphics impressed me, as did the control. While not a difficult game, it makes up for it in the length. A good game to take to your aunt's house for Easter. Just like specifically your aunt's house for Easter?
I think my dislike of portables came from Johnny Arcade from Video Power, where even to this day, this very office here is modeled after his, because he made video game playing professional looking. And so for me, it was always like you were at a desk with your monitor and your systems in front of you, and you were playing a game. So for me, just to be on the couch somewhere playing a portable game or in the car, I felt like I wasn't giving the game the undivided attention it needed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah.
I might be taking them too seriously, which is probably the case, but I've always looked at video games that way, where it's like, I want to be focused. I don't want to be jostling in the car with, the street lights going on and off. You can't see. I think that's where it comes from. I think that's where my dislike of portables comes from, but there you go.
Where are we going next? We got more reviews? Oh.
We're done with the reviews. Though some good ones. Congrats to Super Turrican. I think that was the game of the month.
No, it was Bomberman.
Bomberman. But Turrican got good reviews. Yeah.
It got a gold seal.
There you go. PGA Tour, EGM's top 10. This was something that they added a few months ago. Remember Babbage's, Will? Did you ever shop there?
Mm-mm. Babbage's is a little bit before me, because then eventually they became Electronics Boutique, right?
No.
Or did they buy them up?
GameStop bought out 5 companies to form the GameStop brand. One of them was Babbage's. So you're close.
Okay.
Same deal. Same deal. But GameStop's killed a lot of really good companies.
And now EB Games is back, baby. And a Canadian company to boot.
Now it's back. Now it just has to adopt all the principles it had back in 2003, 2004, and we'll be okay. It has to get rid of all that GameStop crap that it brought in and, killed its fan base off. But I'm not bitter. Yeah, it was Software Incorporated, Babbage's, EB Games, Funko Land. Those all became GameStop. There's one more, I think, that I always forget one. Oh, look at this, Will. On page 42, we have top 10 best game soundtracks. That's pretty cool.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Musha, Streets of Rage, Tiny Toons, Contra 3. Okay. Batman Returns has a really good soundtrack. Super Star Wars, good. Hook for the Sega CD. Like, I don't think I've ever played that, so I can't really comment. Nor I haven't played the Yeez games. Wise? Yeez? Ye-wise?
I call it Wise. Yeah, but yeah, the Electronics Boutique. A lot of people are saying that they should have gone full old school. Wake up and called it Electronics Boutique again. I agree. Why not? If
that
you're
would be
going
cool.
for the retro thing, right?
I feel like EB Games, though, even though that's what it means, I think EB Games is just more recognizable in Canada than Electronics Boutique now at this point, though. Because it was only a few years ago that they switched all the EB Games here to GameStop, right?
Do you guys? Yes, you're correct. Do you want to know a fun fact, chat and Willie? When GameStop officially took over, I mean, it slowly did in 2005, but as far as the sign goes and everything branded GameStop, I would say maybe 2015 to this day. And I will tell you guys something I've never told anybody. When I picked up that phone, I never, ever once said GameStop. Can I help you? I always said EB Games. And I got in trouble for it near the end, too. You can't say EB Games anymore. Oh, yeah? I'm going down with the ship, buddy. I sure can.
Watch me. I'm out of here.
What's up? How you doing? How's sunny California? Why isn't Zelda on the list? These are recent games, Cutthroat. I'm guessing like from the last few months. It's not of all time. It's just like games they're doing. What's up, Raj?
Hey, Raj.
Let's go. Japan's top 10 editors, EGM favorite games.
This is like their top 10 right now.
Okay, Bubsy.
We want to read them up from the bottom up?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got editors, EGM favorite games. Coming in at number 10, we've got Batman Returns for the Super Nintendo. Number 9, Lords of Thunder on the Turbo Duo. Coming in at number 8, we've got Pocky and Rocky for the Super Nintendo. And just above it, at number 7, we've got Super Turrican. Number 6, going to Fatal Fury 2 on the Neo Geo.
Yes.
5th place, halfway through, going to Tiny Toons on the Super Nintendo. I'm just going to say, isn't it weird that Tiny Toons beats out Super Turrican and Fatal Fury? Batman Returns?
But it's Konami, so think of like the Capcom Disney games, right?
I guess.
Like it just plays well because it's a Konami game, right? I agree.
I guess.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And then of course, like this is the mind boggler right here, coming in at number 4, Bubsy for the Super Nintendo. This magazine's top game of the month, Bomberman 93, coming in at 3rd place. Flashback on the Genesis at number 2. And the number 1 spot for the last 2 months in a row.
Oh,
cool spot.
On Genesis. Oh, man. Oh, mama.
I'm starting to question everything about these editors.
Dude, I don't know if I played Cool Spot. Let's be fair. Have you played it?
I think I did back in the day, but I was a kid, so I don't know.
I'm guessing it's a platformer. Cool Spot. Anybody in chat played it? Because these guys have it on their number 1 list. So I don't know. I feel like I gotta at least try it at some point.
Yeah, is that one that we have to go and actually play?
7 Up.
Oh god.
Yeah, what Will and I are gonna do something fun. We're just working out the details, but we're gonna get you guys involved with a couple games that we need to find and that we're gonna actually play together on stream. So stay tuned for that. I'll have it all flushed out by next Friday, but it's gonna be fun. So you guys get to join in on the torture or the fun. It'll be up to you. Oh boy, it's gaming gossip with
Are we
Quarterman.
ready for this madness? You gotta hype yourself up for this one. You gotta get
right.
everything going.
Yep. I guess I'm going in from the front. I'll go in right at the beginning.
All right, I'll go for the next one.
All right, this is Quarterman, the guy who gives us the rumors that are 99.9999% true. So here we go. He also just writes whatever down on his piece of paper that comes into his brain.
He's a madman.
Hello, all you game boys and girls out there in Videoland. 'Tis the master of gaming goodies and all-around swell stuff, Quarterman, back to the pages of EGM once again to give you the slickest skinny on what the in-crowd is doing. We've got a very special theme this month, my quarter friends, with more insider info from the halls of the Consumer Electronics Show, as well as Q-Man's usual bag o' tricks. So let's start the show. The top rumor ripping. It's way across the Q Minotaur's desk. Stretching there, buddy. This month concerns talk of a Sega CD price drop of thermonuclear proportions. Fueled by some hot and heavy fan interest over the holidays, Sega plans to prep future sales of their Super CD system going into Christmas '93 with a mega slash and burn on the current $300 entry level. Word on the street says that Sega CD could fall below the $200 mark going into the holidays. Holy cow, dude. At the same time, dozens of new licensees hit with some Power Pack soft. Sega's hitting all the right buttons, and even the big ends. Gaming gurus get their CD machine together in time to meet announced delivery dates at the under 200 level. I don't even know what he's saying at this point. Sega will already be there. Leave it to Master Q to keep you updated. Speaking of CD, Pioneer's laser active Laserdisc video game Mega Machine won't be seeing the stork until July. So start saving up your pennies, kiddies, because you're going to need 120,000 of them. Oh, God, I need a break.
Jeepers creepers. More nifty news from the Q-Man's Corner concerns a fighting master's dream come true. A secret group of hardheads. What? A secret group of hardheads, okay, are in the final stages of perfecting a special modem that will allow Street Fighter II fans to play each other over the phone lines. Dig it! That's what he says. The peripheral, which could be ready by summertime, will let you interact across town or across the country with other Street Fighter II fans.
No
who
way.
Are equally equipped with modem and game. The best part of the plan? The Street Fighter II modem will clock in at under the price of the Street Fighter II game. Total carnage. Why does he say these weird words? Contrary to other erroneous reports, will be coming to stores via Black Pearl software, not Acclaim.
The game Total Carnage. The sequel to Smash TV. That's what he's talking about.
Under the price of the Street Fighter II game. But then he says, Total
Carnage. Yeah, he just spoke into another pod, dude. You just got to hang on, right? You just got to
because,
on.
There was like no end to that sentence. I thought it was like that one whole thing.
Hold the line, buddy. Just keep going.
Okay. Oh, halfway there. The cart will become configured in 8 meg mode with an enhanced Sega CD version materializing at year's end. ... new sentence, apparently. 3 dots means new sentence. Turbo fans, don't despair. The first Sega CD game will expand later this year with a special CD version of John Madden Football.
Woo!
now in development. Also, the 16 meg Fighting Street 2 game that the Q-Man reported on several months back may change to an even more enhanced cart CD combo that will not only increase the interaction and gameplay, but also pump up in a variety of speech and video effects that follow the plot line of everyone's favorite beat 'em up.
I've always wondered why they called Street Fighter Fighting Street on the Turbo CD. And by the way, back then, the only way you could play Street Fighter 1 at home was to get it on the Turbo CD. But it was called Fighting Street. Does anybody know why? Because here they're talking about it coming to the Duo when they're calling it Fighting Street 2 instead of Street Fighter 2. I don't get it. While we're on the subject of fighting games, you'll have to wait until August for Mortal Kombat to make its way onto the consumer formats. Both the Sega Genesis, Blood and Guts, and Nintendo, Rated G, versions should show up around the same time. New versions of Street Fighter 2 pop up from some new systems. What? Don't believe the AQC and other mags, my little quarter freaks, because in addition to the CD Street Fighter 2, which those close to the project indicate will be packed with video, voice, and more, the rumor mill is adamant that there will be a cart translation of Sega for Sega fans as well. Nothing is confirmed, but the EGM offices are drooling with delight. Oh! Wake up, you know what? That store Will called in that last video that had the super graphics.
Oh, yeah.
We went there and we actually held this game in our hand. And I'm an idiot because I didn't buy it.
I said it to you. I'm like, you should get it. You're like,
That's not how I sounded at all. But, well, we just spent God knows how much we spent. Like,
what's a little more? Yeah, you could have that on your shelf.
What did you leave behind? Oh, the turtles, because it was banged up, right? You had
turtles. I didn't like the condition of turtles. I wanted to get a turtles copy. I don't know. I love turtles.
Turtles coffee. The hell's a turtles coffee?
I said copy.
Oh, okay. Let's just go down with this. Let's just finish this. Just go with the ship, man. You're next. Let's just go insane on a Friday.
The Battle of the Toons is about to begin. Superstar Sonic the Hedgehog and his universe of crazy critters are on their way to ABC for both a primetime special and a possible Saturday morning series replete with tales. Dr. Robotnik and others. I loved this show as a kid. This show, I'm just going to say it out there, made me eat chili dogs. Because that was Sonic the Hedgehog's favorite food was chili dogs. So I always made my mother every weekend be like, I want chili dogs. And that was what she would make because Sonic the Hedgehog told me to.
And you know what's interesting about that too? And I know we're talking about most people just had one or the other, Sega or Nintendo, right? But being so into it to the point where you're eating what he's eating on the screen, you weren't like, I really want a Genesis because Sonic.
Yeah. Well, we just couldn't afford it. All right, that's what I had, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Out to ruin their day is a new weekly flick being developed around the day-to-day escapades of the one Bubsy the cat. Who will survive? Who will grab the magical rating point to power up? Does anyone care? Nope. By the way, did you know that for a short time, the Robotnik character was considered for the lead in Sonic the Hedgehog? I don't know how well Sega would be doing with a fat clown as their mascot, but fortunately, they found the name Sonic as hard to attach to the evil dude as the rest of humanity. Okay. My pigskin players have also been answered. Tecmo Super Bowl will not only plow its way onto the Genesis when the next season starts, but also the Super NES. Other Tecmo news includes the return of Ryu in a 16-bit version of Ninja Gaiden on the Super NES.
What gets me about this is that I don't understand why Bubsy is getting so much like word of mouth. I don't remember really playing it back then, and the fact that it's like even in the same world as Sonic in terms of like it can go toe to toe with him. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like they really were developing a Bubsy cartoon, and everyone in chat, you can watch the pilot episode on YouTube. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. Like the game is, it's just not good. And the character's worse. Like, you guys know I'm not the big Sonic fan, right? But I'd rather play Sonic any old day than Bubsy. Jokes aside, it's rough, man. It's rough. Time Gal will return to the U.S. courtesy of Renovation. Our head editor, Ed, was suffering from foot and mouth disease when he indicated Sega may lap up the latest in push game technology. By the way, the Q-Man loves Road Avengers. Check out my complete review in this month's Q letter that's free to the EGM subscribers. There's a tidal wave of Sega 6-button sticks on the way, including controllers from Tenjin and Bishu.
Bishu's back, baby!
The best of the bunch may be CNL Controller Sega's update to their award-winning Champion Stick. The Q-Man can't wait to have one, or a game that you can play with it.
Did it? Is that how it ended?
He exclamation point and 3 dots. There you go.
Deep breaths. Okay, this is the last one. We're doing it. Here we go.
You got this.
Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, it is the last one. Okay, there we go. That wraps up the quarter wits column of this month. But don't forget to tune in next month for more hot gossip from inside and out the world of video games. Also, all you EGM subscribers out there should look for the hidden Q-Man message in this issue special Quarterman Q letter. Also, next month's The Q letter will have a very special contest for some, shall we say, interesting prizes. So don't miss out on the fun, and don't miss the Q-Man's latest gaming column soon to come in the pages of Hero Illustrated magazine.
The heck?
Hero Illustrated magazine. If you thought other mags had insight on their game reviews previews, wait until you see what yours truly has to say.
We still haven't come across the April Fools yet. We're looking for
is that the April Fools? Hero Illustrated magazine?
Maybe, but I don't think anyone cares. So they usually put a little bit more effort into it. All new Duo R coming in December.
Oh, Hero Illustrated magazines. They're actually a real thing. They're like comic books?
Really? Well, I'm scared now going forward because I don't know what the April Fool's joke's going to be. Let's keep going.
Are we the April Fool's jokes?
Maybe. See, with all the technology under the hood, like, I don't know if this is like, are they trolling us or what's going on? Oh, JT says it's an imitator of Wizard. Wizard was a big comic book. I still think it is a big comic book magazine.
Oh, okay.
It's like a price guide and so on and so forth. Oh, we got the ASCII pad around 53. The old ASCII pad. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a Genesis controller.
Yeah, like the start button's like vertical. If you got this for Christmas, like you were in tears, man.
That's like, you know, some retail sales guy was like some granny coming in. My boy wants a Genesis controller. He wants like one of them to use it. And he's like, oh yeah, this one's like half the price. It just works just fine. She's like, oh, Bobby will love it.
Well, this is like old Aunt Ethel.
Yeah.
We'll give you this. You're like, you know, Aunt Ethel's sister, Bertha will be like, well, little Johnny wants a second controller for when his buddies come over. Ethel, can you get him that for Christmas? You'll love that. And so Aunt Ethel goes to the EB Games or the Babbages, and she's like, I need a second Genesis controller.
Yep.
And then the guy's like, manager's like, hey, Jeff, make sure you push those crappy ASCII pads. And Aunt Ethel comes in. She's like, I need a second controller for my nephew's Genesis. And the guy would be like, oh, well, you don't want to spend $60 on a Genesis controller. You want this ASCII pad because it could do way more. And it's only $29. She gets it, wraps it up. It's under the tree. Little Johnny opens it on Christmas morning and just the waterfall of tears. But Aunt Ethel thinks he's crying because he's happy, but wrong.
Disappointing.
I do not hate Jeff's. It was the first word that came to mind because I love you. There you go. Look at it that way.
Christoph, how you doing?
What's up, Christoph? Oh, he snuck in. Good morning to you, my friend. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to us. We got some arcade action on 58 with Super Sidekick. California games too. All right. We got to find this April Fool's, man. Like, I'm really searching here.
Did they just not do it this year? I don't know. Dragon? Wing Force?
Maybe it would have been last month because it's usually a month ahead. So maybe March's issue actually did it. That doesn't really make sense, though, does it?
No, if you name it at the April month, it has to be in April, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. The game doc, I feel bad because we never read this guy's articles.
But it's literally just, isn't it just about like different, like just hardware info, right? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, we're gonna skip game doc. Sorry, game doc. I'm sure you're a good dude. International Outlook. Here you go, Willie, on 68. Breath of Fire.
Heck yeah. Do love me some Breath of Fire.
Yeah. I've never played one.
They're great.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
So
you like them RPGs.
Is it just a turn-based RPG? It looks like a tactics game.
No, it's a turn-based RPG. Yeah, the whole series. All of them. I don't think they've never done a tactics version of them. At least I know of anyways. But yeah, no, they're turn-based RPGs. They have really good stories. They're fun.
Yeah, never played it.
I think Breath of Fire 3 is my favorite. 3 or 4, I think, is probably a toss-up between those.
We got an ad for Indo, Way of the Ninja. Hiya, bam, ouch. I'm sold. More international. Oh, look at that gun. Virtual combat.
It looks like RoboCop's gun.
Breath of Fire 3 was fantastic. Still haven't finished it, but I love them.
Who finishes games?
Can turn the MC into a dragon. What's not to love? Main character.
That is the thing, like with most of those, the Breath of Fire ones is like your main protagonist spoiler is somehow spawned or has some similarity to dragons.
Well, every good story does.
Yeah.
All right, is everyone looking at the screen right now? I need everybody at the same time to look at this screen.
Who's that?
Okay.
That's not Daniel Craig.
No, it's not. It's not Daniel Craig. Thank God.
There were other Bonds?
There's only one, and you're looking at him. His name's Bill Bond. Forget James. He's 00-0. This is the one and only Timothy Dalton. And dude, I still want this game. But we found it a couple times, but it's usually like $70-$80. And I can't. I just can't, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Wild Turkey knows he is the best Bond, 100%.
I think this is my dad's favorite Bond.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, my love comes from the Flash Gordon movie where he played Baron. That's the first time I saw Timothy Dalton. I don't know. I just think he's cool, man. At least it's not George Lazenby. But who's yours? Who's your Bond? Sean Nothing?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I've liked all the Bond movies I've watched. Even the latest ones. I know you don't like the latest ones, but I like the latest ones too. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have like a specific favorite.
Check out page 74. Go ahead.
I think Sean Connery would be on the lowest end.
Nah, he's overrated, dude. He's so overrated. Like he just is. Jason Bourne is my Bond. I was trolling JP with that wake up.
Oh my
When he was
god, it's
trolling
Jason
me.
Bourne.
When he was trolling me about Star Trek on Star Wars Day, I was trolling him about Jason Bourne. Yeah, he didn't respond back. That's fine. Check this out. Look on page 74. The bottom left, we have Michael Jackson and Sonic take time out of gaming to pose for a few pictures. That's pretty cool.
Rest in peace, MJ.
Yep. TJC says the best Bond is Roger Moore. Incorrect.
He's a good Bond, though.
We've done the Bond poll a bunch of times. Connery wins every time. Every time.
Really?
Oh, every single time. Matt Hipster Tracker Rubin says George Lazenby is the best. Enough said. Schnicked. Look at this setup. This remember this giveaway?
Mm-hmm.
We're on 75. Look at this baby. If you could
How are you
take
getting all that.
just one thing out of here, what would you take? Just pretend we're in 1993. Pretend you're in 1993 right now. What one thing would you take out of this contest?
The TV.
I think you're right. The Neo,
I think that would be the best thing to get because like those TVs are getting harder to find and they're getting more expensive.
but again in 93 this would have been a giant screen. It's probably 36 inch,
Yep.
which was huge back then, right? Either that or the Neo Geo, simply because the Neo Geo, I don't even know where you bought one. Like I found mine used, right?
It's either that or
So-
like the first gen Sega CD. I still like the look of that.
Over the Neo Geo, you take a Sega CD. Come on.
I think so.
Come on, man.
You
Wake Up
asked.
says, have we covered the Jaguar games yet? Jag is not released just yet, but it comes out this year. We're excited, man. We're getting some good stuff. Wake Up with the weird systems, my favorite stuff.
See, that's the era that I missed. I never got into a lot of those weird systems like the Jag or CDI or anything like that.
Dude. It was just so good, Will, because it wasn't just Nintendo versus Sega. There was like 6 consoles on the market, all from different competitors, and it was so glorious. A lot of it bad, sure.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Tricks of the trade we're skipping. Oh, maybe this is where the April Fools is.
The tricks? I think that's what they said last time. They had a lot of that, right?
That's where the
menu,
first Shenlong code was,
Yeah.
April Fools.
pause and automatic stage clear. That doesn't sound like it's really.
Yeah, what is that? Game Genie. Ugh, all hacks draw blood. I don't like that. I don't like the Game Genie. I don't like it.
Is this the same one I'm thinking of? Salmon King?
You and your fishing games.
I
You
think this
love
is a
them, buddy.
role playing game, though.
Anybody in chat played Salmon King for Genesis?
So I didn't play
Think you
a
know?
Genesis one, but I played one on the Game Boy Advance.
That would be cool, dude. If it was like an RPG. Wild Turkey, isn't there an urban legend about Michael Jackson doing the Sonic 3 soundtrack? I heard he contributed to the soundtrack. I don't know for sure though. But dude, he Sega made a game for him for Genesis and for the arcade. So
Oh, Legend of the River King is what I was thinking of. I was close. No, I wasn't.
gotta throw making fun of Salmon King. Get him, Will.
Isn't that what it says? It's not King Sam. Is it King Salmon the big catch or Salmon King?
I
the
think
big
he's making
catch?
fun of it because it's a fishing game.
I like fishing games.
They don't fish in California, apparently.
You see the declare war? You went a little bit two screens back. Look at this declare war guy.
His picture on the box art's even worse on the bottom. Super cosmic. A GI derp. I'm your excellent host, Wayne Campbell. With me, as always, is Garth. Not. You can actually put yourself. Oh my God, the Wayne's World game. That should be on the Monday Hell Ride.
You poor soul.
Horrible game. Salmon King sounds like its arch nemesis would be the Bear Lord, says Matt.
Not wrong. Yeah, I'd watch that movie.
Heck
That
yeah.
feels like that would be an anime. Legend of the Salmon King.
Or on 89 with Mario's missing. You
Yeah,
can stay missing. I'm good.
we're good. Get out of here.
There's no way there's going to be a successful Nintendo game where Luigi's the star.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Go back.
Which page?
That one there. Final Fantasy Adventure 2
Oh, is this it?
for the Super Nintendo, but the screenshot is Secret of Mana. So is this the title they were going with before they called it Secret of Mana?
Now,
Because that is, in the screenshot, that is 100% Secret of Mana.
What?
Right?
Okay. Now here's a quest game worth waiting for. Squaresoft will be called this Super Soft will be called Final Fantasy Adventure 2. The visual audio tour de force set up an overhead perspective like Zelda. Final Fantasy Adventure 2 allows you to explore exciting new lands, fight in real time. No computer controlled battles here. Is this it? Is this the April Fools, guys?
Because the screenshot is Secret of Mana, but Secret of Mana hasn't come out yet. I don't think I remember reading about it in here yet.
I don't know. Well, look it up. Final Fantasy Adventure 2, Super Nintendo. Do a goggle. You do not need to talk about the seaman that much, Hopkins. I remember Nimoy yelling at me when I kept trying to communicate with the seaman. He'd get mad. Dude, Hopkins seaman is like the weirdest, beautiful experience of all time. Yeah, see, Matt's thought those were just exclusive to the Game Boy. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
what I thought. I thought, because I know the Final Fantasy Adventure games were on the Game Boy, but they're calling this Final Fantasy Adventure 2. But
Okay,
it
so
looks like Secret of Mana.
Wake Up says Secret of Mana and Chrono Trigger both started off as different games. Oh, there you go, buddy.
Huh.
Interesting. Good to know, dude. Jay loves seaman. Jeff, I'm calling the police.
You should play that game. Bring back Leonard Nimoy.
Well, what do you need? The mic, right? Yeah, you need the Dreamcast mic.
No, just play with the time on your Dreamcast, put it to the end, and he just babbles on about nonsense.
Oh. And Wild Turkey says, weren't the Final Fantasies called Legend on Game Boy?
Yep. Yeah, Final Fantasy Legends were on the Game Boy. I remember I really liked those games back in the day, but yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's kind of neat.
Ladies and
Anyways,
gentlemen, on page 94, we have an electronics boutique. I don't know if it's an ad or an insert. It's an insert. Let's go. Look at all this stuff. Star Fox, Bubsy, Bzz, and the angler, the angler controller. Is that Spishu? It's Spishu.
yeah, we knew that last time, I thought. Didn't we
Yes.
confirm that? We got to find the angler.
Yeah.
This is what we got to hunt for now. I feel like this stands out enough where you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. Like those first ones, those Atari based ones. Because I feel like the way I describe it too, as soon as I say it looks like a 2600 controller, everyone thinks it's for the 2600. I'm like, no, it's just the style of like the quick shot. But it's for the Nintendo. And everyone's like, dude, just buy something or get out.
So, Matt, just to clarify, so there was the Final Fantasy, there was Legend games that play more like the traditional Final Fantasies on Game Boy, and then there was the adventure games which played more like the Secret of Mana.
Okay. Okay.
Bubsy, nobody wants Bubsy. Get out of here. X Mutants. What the heck's an X Mutant?
Blubs. Darkwing on the Game Boy. Or keep going. Next wave. Keep going. Just love these old ads. La Russa Baseball.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Our cover story on 104. Those of you who are following along, get ready.
The hell is this? What is that thing? Is that a vampire? Why
It's
is
a
it dressed so
clown
weird?
vampire. I don't know. I've never seen Bram Stoker's Dracula. Here we go. So I feel like I'm really not qualified to make fun of it.
Yeah, like I haven't watched it either, so it's like I don't know. I guess I just that screenshot looks kind of dumb. I don't know.
I know Gary Olson. That's his name, right?
Yes,
He was Commissioner Gordon.
yes, he's in this
so
too,
he's
isn't
the
he?
Dracula guy, and I heard he's awesome. It's just Keanu Reeves is maybe not the best performance, but I want to give props to the dude who scanned all the pages. Yes, so it's retromags.com, Hopkins. And they've preserved not just EGM, but almost every North American game magazine and lots of international too. It's an amazing site. The link is in the description of the video for their site. Gary Oldman. Thank you. I said Olson. Jesus.
Oh, I thought you said Oldman. Okay, well, yeah.
No, I said Olson. You agreed.
I did
Come
agree.
on. You
That's
take
what
the
I thought
fault.
you said.
Okay, so here we go. Bram Stoker's Dracula for the Sega CD. Now, at first, you might think, oh, wow, full motion video. But there's a catch. The game plays like Aunt Connie falling up the stairs. It's rough. So we got it on Sega CD, Game Gear, and then the Super Nintendo.
The Sega CD version looks worse.
It's rough, dude. It's rough.
Just
You
like
like-
basing off of screenshots alone.
Yeah,
The
like
Sega
if you look-
CD version looks bad.
like there's some cool stuff in the intro cinematics, and that would have blown you away, right? At least it would have blown me away, so it would have distracted you. But once you get into the game, it's like you're jumping spiders and there's like birds coming at you, and it's one of those games where like when you press punch to attack, it's just off a bit, so it's not like exactly when you hit the button, so it's just this weird delay to it.
Weird.
Awful. Oblivion says I have almost all the Game Informer Pokemon editions. Awesome, dude.
Ooh.
That's cool. Nothing like them old mags. Jeff says this game sucks. Yeah, man. I'm sure the movie's good. I'll probably watch it at some point, but probably not. Moving on. That was the cover story. I hope you all enjoyed it. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. The best Catwoman? Perhaps. Can we get someone to mess with the polls so Interview the Vampire wins?
I don't think you can do that.
We'll end it at Lost Boys. End it at Lost Boys.
At least
Congrats.
the Interview with the Vampire came up a little bit. No one
A little
cares,
bit.
though.
A little bit. No one cares.
Still worse than Blade.
Oh,
you go.
Christian Slater's in that too. There you go. No one cares. Nobody cares. Batman Returns for the Super Nintendo. I would rather play nothing.
Is this the one that you would... No.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead.
There's one I remember playing... No, maybe it was Batman and Robin, where you actually had like Street Fighter control combinations to do.
It was more like Mortal Kombat. So it's
Yeah.
like if you ever played Sub-Zero Mythologies, it's awful. It plays like that.
Yeah. Was that Batman and Robin, or was this Batman Returns?
That was Batman Forever, I believe.
Oh, right. Batman
I
Forever.
think.
Yeah, because it had the
might be
Joker.
wrong.
That's the one the Joker and Two-Face was Forever, right?
Don't remind me. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's the game. I remember that one. Yeah, that was awful. Anyways.
Val Kilmer, fantastic Batman. 100%. Jim Carrey should have been the Joker because he acted like the Joker. He would have been great. And I think he was fine as Riddler. But it was, then Tommy Lee Jones was absolutely brutal. Just brutal, dude. Like, he's a great actor. And in that role, it's just embarrassing.
Did Val just pass?
He did, yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so there's your Super Turrican. Who makes this game? Yes, Sika.
I'm kind of interested in this game.
Yeah, me too. Super Turrican. Yeah, it does look good. It looks kind of like you're a little mech or something.
Yeah.
Very Contra-ish. Looks very Contra-ish.
Similar, yeah. Like, yeah, Contra or maybe a little bit of Gunstar Heroes.
So good. Yeah, very colorful. Again, it's tough to beat Super Nintendo in this era. Like their colors, their sound chip, so good, just so good.
Yeah, he had throat cancer, right? I remember he was. I saw that the last Top Gun movie. Was it Maverick? Whatever the latest Top Gun movie was in, and he was in it, but he couldn't really talk a whole lot.
Yeah, yeah. He was in a horror movie that I saw on Tubi not too long ago. That was from only a couple of years ago. Same thing, right? He couldn't really talk too much, but Mad Mardigan. He'll always be Jim Morrison to me, man. That Doors movie is fantastic.
Oh,
But
wow.
he was a great actor. What's up, Ghetto? Good morning. Good afternoon.
Morning,
Good
Ghetto.
evening,
I'm trying to look at how much Super Turrican is. I'm only seeing Super Turrican 2 though.
Well, wait.
This is
Yeah,
only
it's-
one though. Yeah.
Yeah. Turkin 1 came out in 93. Doc Holliday, yep. He's great as Doc. I've never seen Heat, but I know he was great in that. That's Al Pacino too, I think. Yeah, Tombstone is insane. It's so good.
Oh, there we go. Oh, they were just like way down.
I think it's pretty common, dude. I don't think it's...
Like completing box, like $200.
Here you go, Cutthroat. Top Gun, Guts to Glory for the Game Boy. If you want to bore yourself even further on the toilet, you can play Top Gun on the toilet. There you go. All for you, buddy. Rocky the Rodent. Yeah, we're getting into that era where
All
every
these weird
company...
furry mascots.
Yeah, this is the IREM mascot or IREM, however you say it. But everyone had to have their Mario competitor. Rocky the Rodent. Come on, man. What are we doing? This is just like people really just sit there in the room, right? They're coming up with ideas to go against Mario and Sonic. And it's like, no, man, I got this idea. Rocky the Rodent. He's like a punk rock dude. He's going to be awesome.
Everybody will love it.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he really is. But he's going to be really good, though. No, he's not. On the first day the Lord created light and darkness.
I don't know where this leads because then it's like, what is that? Is that for Silva Lion Attack Fighter?
No, it's for over the next 5 days the Lord created the heavens, the earth, the stars, the creatures, and man. Then another.
Oh, is this Sim Earth? Is Sim Earth? I'm calling it.
Over the seventh day that the Lord rested. Oh, we're skipping over good stuff. We'll get there. Whoever remembers the movie Toys with Robin Williams.
I really like that movie. I'm sorry, I did.
No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Was it? I hear the silence is deafening.
Oh, X-Men. Do we have any X-Men fans? Jay, it's X-Men. No, it's X-Man. And there's the X-Man with magnets coming out of his hands. Magnet Man.
Is this the one where Wolverine has like the tiny claws? He's like choo 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 choo. No.
No, that's the NES one by LJ.
Oh, okay.
This is actually Sega made this one.
Oh, I missed this one.
Yeah, this isn't actually a really good. All the games that Sega made, like the Spider-Man game they made was awesome. The X-Men game was great. I think JP played. Did he play this one? Maybe. Yeah, I think he did. Just Jeff, did you ever see the movie The Toy with Richard Pryor? Now that's a movie. That's a movie.
What about Toy Soldiers?
Toy Soldiers, never seen it.
No.
But
I thought that was a fun one too. It's not a great movie, but it was a fun movie.
There you go, Willie. This might be what Genesis game you buy.
This actually, I've been considering this because I didn't know this was a thing until I did that video about Blaster Master, and then I was like, oh, there's a Blaster Master 2?
So good. Yeah, Blaster Master. I've been asked to play that on the Hell Ride many times. It's very good. I never really got into it, so I would be up for that. What's up, Duke, sir? Toy Soldiers is a good movie.
Yeah. It's just like a fun movie. I thought it was just a fun movie.
Not the greatest, but good. Yeah, it's just a good, solid movie.
Just like games, they don't have to be like the most groundbreaking, right? You can just have like a good, fun time.
Yeah,
like an average or okay movie.
Exactly. We're moving along. Oh, we actually have, what is this? Lords of Thunder ad for the Turbo Duo. Look at the Turbo Duo, Will. Man, I want one of those bad boys.
Oh.
I want it so bad.
Is okay, so wait. Is the Lords of Thunder, is that the game that they did those ads before for?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So it's not Simworth, it's for Lords of Thunder. Wow, they did like a 5-page ad.
Whatever that huge ass number at the top there, it's like 3, 4, 6, 2, 4, and then it continues on the end. I don't know how many numbers that is.
Pajillion.
Days later, he stopped resting. Thunder Lord. Yeah. In this universe, their deity created the world so that they could just blow shit up.
And Turbo Technologies Incorporated leading the CD revolution. But not really, though. But that's okay. That's okay. Wake up. You should check out WillyLo's channel here on YouTube if you want to see a really cool Blaster Master vid.
I have to find more time to make more videos. I got ideas for videos. I just don't got time. I'm trying to do Twitch and YouTube right now, and it's tough.
It is tough. Oh, here we go, everybody. Hi.
Do I need to give Cool Spot a shot?
This is the Genesis version, but everyone in this issue has been talking about Cool Spot. Well, hold on to your horses. Here we go. It's made by Sega, so it's got to be pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, it's the logo for 7-Up, right? So for me, I don't even care.
Yeah. Like these things, like the where's the other ones? The California Raisins and stuff. Like these are like, I don't know. These are like the battle of the mascots back in the day for like food franchises, right? Because you had the Noid
for Domino's, which Capcom made. How crazy is that?
Yeah,
it's weird.
What a weird time.
Yeah. Well, do you remember? This was the first time I'd seen licensed real stores in a game. Do you remember Crazy Taxi? Remember, it was like you get in the guy would get in the cab, he'd be like, take me to Pizza Hut. We're like, what? And you would go to like Pizza Hut in the game. We're like, take me to the Levi's store. It's like, what? And then you had like the Offspring playing in the background. It was like crazy.
Yeah, you don't really see that much anymore, right? Like you don't see like that in-game advertising like for actual like real life corporations anymore. You would think like a Grand Theft Auto would do that.
I was just gonna say that. Just gonna say like GTA Online, right? You could have billboards on the sides of the highways that real advertisers could pay, and kind of like, you remember PlayStation Home? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, right? So you'd be driving on the highway in GTA 5, and there'd be billboards for whoever sold advertising to Rockstar. You know,
let's not give them ideas.
Chex Quest for PC, yes.
Cut that portion of the video. No one needs to hear that. It is kind of surprising that hasn't taken off more with the way that they do a lot of that stuff nowadays, and like nickel and dime everything. It seems it's kind of surprising they haven't jumped on something like that.
Thought Cool Spot was made by Virgin, says Duke Sir. Maybe for another system, not 100%. Not 100%. Or there might have been more Spot games. I don't know. And I should say I don't care. And I mean like myself back then. I wouldn't have cared. Just like I didn't care about the Domino's game, the Yonoid and all that. You know, now I would give it a try just because, you know, if someone says this is a solid platformer, I'm going to try it. You know what I mean? But back then, my kid self wouldn't have cared.
I think I kind of have it like, I kind of want to buy these games just to have them to be like just have the absurdity.
Yeah, like what's the most absurd product-based game from like the 90s?
Because I'm fairly certain there is a California Raisins game too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure
there was. They were huge.
Dude, there's Pepsi Man on PS1. Like, I don't know how blatant you can, and more blatant you can get than Pepsi Man. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, there was a California Raisins game made by Capcom.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Amazing. Shining Force by Sega, a great RPG series. Love it.
Oh no, wait, it was canceled. Never mind.
Mm,
The beta cartridge sold for $1,000 recently, though.
that's it, eh? 1,000 buckaroonies. Guys, if you haven't already, please hit the like button for the channel. I would appreciate that very much. And if you're not a channel member, they start at 99 cents. You get access to our Discord server and to gameplay. So please consider becoming a channel member today. Are we ready to turn this page, buddy?
Yep, let's do it.
Ooh,
Ooh, Splatterhouse. I would like to get a copy of Splatterhouse 1 one day.
Yeah, and we've seen that quite a few times, actually.
Yep, it's not very hard to find, I feel.
Yeah,
It's just like one of those ones eventually I just want to have.
It's still the best one. This one we got at Brody's round 2.
Yep.
Last summer. Great game, but they take the more beat 'em up Final Fight approach to it, which I think it's cool they tried something different, where Splatterhouse 2 is more of the same, but it just doesn't quite hit as well as the first. But Splatterhouse 3, worth $1 billion, that thing. Afterburner 3.
How many afterburners do you need?
Oh, Clay. Clay?
Oh, Clay?
Okay, here's trivia. Who is this basketball player right here, guys? Whoever gets it gets a gold star. He plays for the Portland Trailblazers. I know, but do you know? Kaiju
Nope.
Kitty, what is going on? We talked about Draculas. Yes.
Had to
We
kill
had
a couple
a pull-up.
Draculas in the backyard. What? Those poor Draculas.
Anybody know who this is?
Nope.
Anybody at all? No one cares. It's Clyde the Glide Drexler. Anyway, moving on.
I
No one
would have
cares.
never guessed that.
Nobody knows. Nobody cares. I care about you, Clyde. You're a hell of an NBA player. Oh.
What?
Oh, page 140, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm
The
here. Magical
Grail.
Chase.
The hardest, the rarest game. If you're a TurboGrafx collector, this is the Stadium Events. This is Magical Chase, which, surprise, it is a side-scrolling shooter, but it's like kind of Harry Potter-ish. You're like a wizard.
How did somebody how did they never look at that and be like, we got a lot of these games. Can we stop making them? Can we do something else?
I wonder if side-scrolling shooters at the time were would they be easier to make than a regular game? I don't know. Probably not, right?
Kaijo Kitty, I just want to say, I also that what you stated there, that sums up my basketball knowledge as well too.
And see, that happens to be when basketball was my thing, was this time. In fact, I retired from watching basketball after Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen won the Bulls championship in 92. That's when I was it was like a send-off because I love Jordan and I just kind of got away from sports. But anyway, that's how I know who that is. Anyway, Magical Chase. Does anybody in the chat have Magical Chase? And can I have it? If you do. If you don't want it, if it's just sitting on a shelf, you might as well just give it.
Yeah, might as well sit on Jay's shelf instead of your shelf.
Come on. Let's go. Where are we at now? Fate of Fury 2. Oh, this is actually the Neo Geo version. Man, it's
Better
a good
version.
game. So good.
Yeah, I never got around to playing these either. I only ever know of Terry Bogard because of you.
Yeah, Terry and Andy was his brother. And I think that's all I remember. Maya is Maya in this one, or is she from Samurai Showdown? I think she's from Fatal Fury. Anyway, here's the coming this June from the publishers of EGM. Here you go. Hero Illustrated. It's a real thing.
New breed of magazine.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Unless this is the April Fool's joke. But didn't somebody look?
I just looked it up. Yeah, there's actual magazines. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Fire and Ice. I got interested in this now.
eBay that one. I think you'll be surprised at the price of this one.
Fire and Ice?
Yeah, I think we in Nintendo Quest, I think we put this in the top 25 rarest games. It's a good game, but again, because it came out in 93 for the NES, pretty rare. What's it going for?
Price charting says 309 complete. 161 loose.
Yeah, I mean that's up there. That's up there.
eBay Canadian wise, like 400, 4 to 5. I think though I have seen a copy of this at I'm pretty sure at Dawn's, and I think it was like 4 something.
The thing about this game, Will, you and I love box art so much, and it doesn't show it here, but I'm sure you see pictures of it. The box art's terrible.
It's not
really
great.
Bad. Considering the hero that you are looks really awesome. The graphics in this game look great.
Yeah, they could have done a better job because there seems to be a lot more like actual like design and artwork put into this game than you would think.
The box art sucks. Which is too bad. Crash and the Boys Ice Challenge. This looks like the River City Ransom guys. It is Technos. I don't remember this game. Crash and the Boys Ice Challenge. It looks like, River City Ransom characters with hockey. That's interesting.
Like you're fighting and playing hockey? That sounds like something I'd be down for. Like you get different suits here too. Look at these like different costumes.
I don't know if this came out. Will, to the internet.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Did this come out? Lincoln High School Ice Rink.
Crash in Boys NES.
Ice Challenge, yeah. It might have been a PAL game. Maybe it was PAL. Anybody remember this one? Any fans of River City Ransom out there?
The Street Challenge. We want Ice Challenge.
Crash and the Boys Ice Challenge.
No, I know, but there's a Street Challenge one too.
By Technos, yeah.
Yeah. No, apparently it did come out.
Really?
Oh no. Not released in US. It's Japan only.
Okay.
I have to look for a few different pages on this one. The Street Challenge one did come out here though, and that is available on the Nintendo Store.
Nice. Yeah, I always love those graphics. Those Technos games, just the way they drew them. They're like kind of like almost like chibi style.
Yeah.
Very cool. Another rarity, DuckTales 2 by Capcom.
This week, actually, we've been talking about because you and I have had that itch. Somebody was selling a complete in box version of this on our local Facebook marketplace.
200?
$14.50.
What?
Yeah. That's what they were asking. I'm assuming they probably looked it up somewhere. But this is Canadian pricing as well, too.
That's still at least 1,100 US. That's crazy, man.
I'm pretty sure the cart goes for a couple $100 now. But maybe not.
Well, that day that I got Contraforce at Game Cycle, did we not see DuckTales 2? Oh, we saw that box that was a repro.
Yeah, the repro box. Yep. Mm-hmm. So I see like some carts on eBay, just the cart 270, 250.
Right.
I'm not seeing any really the 310, but I'm not seeing like a complete in box one.
Yeah, this and Chip and Dale 2 is very expensive, and
there's one 730.
Oof. Taito's Bubble Bobble 2 is also in the same class as this in terms of rarity, just because of the year it was released.
$7.99. Yeah, so I'm gonna say like $750, $800 for complete in box. I do have an itch cutthroat.
Yeah,
For the hot softs.
Who remembers Hard Driving and Race Driving by Atari? Early first-person polygon racing game. Well, guess what? Now you can play it on the Game Boy.
Yay! We made it!
Yikers. Yikes. Spidey. Also on Game Gear. The Humans. I'm good. Not everything has to be a thing. Mick and Mac, Global Gladiators. See, it's titles like this that weren't sweetening the deal for portables too. Like Mick and nothing. Like I'm good. We got Bram Stoker's Dracula prize contest. This is pretty cool. You can win Bram Stoker for the Sega CD, Genesis system. Bram Stoker will come and hang out with you for a couple days. Heck, why not? No, I'm good.
Thank you.
I'd hang out with Keanu and maybe Gary Olderton. But yeah. JP, you're back, baby.
Welcome back, JP. We were talking about you because they reviewed Bob.
Yeah, they reviewed Bob, buddy.
Steve didn't like it, but Ed thought it was okay.
We got our exclusive Electronic Gaming Monthly Street Fighter 2 comic book with this issue. Let's go.
What's wrong with Bison's face?
What's wrong with all that? Look at Ryu's taking it. Looks like he's taking a poo poo.
Ryu looks like Keanu.
Dude, I'm totally kung fuing.
Whoa.
Ooh, look at that.
I did a Hodoken.
This is how Sagat got the scar. We're seeing it live here in the comic book. We should act this out. Dragon Punch. Well, that's not what he says. Well, actually, Jay, he does, but it's in Japanese. Whatever.
Get out of here.
Look at the next panel. You burned me. A lesson, Sagat. What? To remind you of your defeat by Ryu. I'll destroy you. You forgot, Sagat. I'm the street fighting champion. Pow, 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 pow. Wild Turkey. Check you later. Okay, we're not reading this comic book, but it looks pretty cool.
Bye, Wild Turkey. That'd be a neat one to find. It looks like you can find them on eBay.
What?
These magazines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you can find like the actual copies on eBay and stuff.
I'm on page 169.
Yep.
And look at that EA Sports sweaters. Those are pretty slick.
EA Sports.
It's in the game.
I missed them saying that. Did they say that
be
still?
In the game. No, I don't think so.
You know what? I'm just going to sidetrack this because I was reading an article.
Sure.
You know what's
Adish,
not in?
Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it.
We got Doom Dark Ages coming out next week.
Yeah.
Apparently, the physical copy only has 80 megs of data on there. You have to download the rest of the game.
Yeah. Recently, I talked about this before. I can't remember if you were on the stream or not, Will. It was games having that kind of problem. And someone bought a copy of Claire Expedition 33, put it in, and like disconnected the PlayStation before he did it. And that's one of the few games that is all on the disc, and you don't need to be attached to the internet. But I mean, that's a good thing. And from what I'm hearing about the game, and you're raving about it, is that it's a real love letter to old turn-based RPGs. So it makes sense that you wouldn't need to be attached to the internet, right?
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah, I just thought it was...
It's hilarious, right?
Like why even sell the disc if you're going to have like 80 megs of data on a whole entire Blu-ray disc that can hold more than that, just so that you have to download the rest. Like it makes it useless. There's not
And
even a point.
you're kind of making it just like a boot disk at that point.
Yep.
Right. So you need the disk to start the game, and that's all it's used for. So, Gamer says, I think up to NHL 23, they say the famous line. Nice.
It's a good line.
Yeah,
They
it's in
should
the game.
just
'Cause
keep
that-
it going.
Was that always with EA or that? I know EA Sports always did that, but did regular EA do that? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was only the sports lines. And then they had the EA Big studio as well too that did like those like SSX and stuff. So then they changed it to like EA Big.
We loved that, man. NFL Street. Oh,
so
wicked.
good. Yeah,
Wicked.
NBA Street, NFL Street, SSX. I feel like there was one more. I don't think they had like an NHL version though.
No, there was NHL Hits for a while, but that's the same.
Yeah, but that
was
different.
Midway because they did Blitz and Hits and Ships and so on and so forth. Hey, who remembers this awful movie?
I tried to
Turtle
forget it.
3.
I hate. Listen, the first Turtles movie, live action one, is a masterpiece. I'm saying it right here. I freaking love that movie. It couldn't have like reenacted like Turtles better. And then like as they progressed on, they started going towards the more like kiddie route because like that's how it was established. They're selling toys to kids, and it ruined the whole thing. I can't. This movie's so bad.
Funny, right? Like another 80s property that was very adult. The comic book was very adult.
Yep.
And then it took off with the cartoon, which was the opposite of that. It's so strange. But I can honestly say, Will, I've never seen this movie. Just on the way it looks, I will never see it. Never
It's
wanted
not great.
to see it. Just kind of boring. Kind of boring. Our game over for Chalkin, the Forever Man for the Genesis.
So last issue we talked about this game and they reviewed it really well. And I'm also kind of curious about this game. It looks like something I would vibe with.
Yeah, I believe it's Sega too makes this.
Yeah, it's a Genesis game. It's on my list. It's like one of the first Genesis games I want to get.
Yeah, any game that Sega actually did themselves, 9 times out of 10 were great. Look at this great ad. This is awesome. I love it.
Simple, but you're like, yeah.
Jason and Sophia. Oh, I didn't know that's what their names were. The tank and the guy. Jason and Sophia are back.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, there you go. Cool World. Brad Pitt of Interview with the Vampire fame. Thank you very much. Retro Mags. Shout out, guys. Check out Retro Mags. They are the keepers of gaming history. So make sure you check them out. There you go.
Thank you for that. That was a good issue. A lot of good games.
It was good. We are almost out of time here. It's almost 1:00. Will, where can the wonderful chat find you and what plans you got coming up for your streams this week?
You guys, if you want to hang out more with me, you can find me primarily right now over at twitch.tv/WillyLo over on the Purple app. I play a wide variety of stuff, but this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be doing the beta test for Dune Awakening.
Nice.
So we're gonna be checking that live on stream for everybody to see what it's like. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play that game. Otherwise, I do have a YouTube channel here as well too. I'm working on some things. It's slow just because between actual work, Twitch, not leaving much time for YouTube lately. But stuff is coming, I promise. And yeah, it's WillyLo over on Twitch as well. Or sorry, on YouTube as well. Bleh.
You guys know where I am. Tomorrow's our community day. Fort nothing, Starware nowhere, nothing. And Kit, the car, is in the game now, and everyone's happy, and it's going to be great. Mace Windy is in there now, and Darth Maul doing nothing. So that'll be fun. If you're a channel member, hey, come on by. We're also having a special community day on Sunday morning, back to the Old Republic, with Matt, Just Jeff, Den of Geek, whoever else is a channel member who wants to join. The Old Republic is completely free, and you don't have to buy the game. You don't have to subscribe to it, but we're going to give that the old college try again because we got the old MMO itch. We don't have all the the insider codes like Willie does for the new games. So we got to go to the old ones. But that Star Wars game is fantastic. Raj says, Will, do you remember a movie called The Last Starfighter?
I do. I love that movie.
Very good. Very good movie.
Great movie that feels like it's just lost in time. No one ever seems to talk about that one anymore.
Yeah, right? There's a game for it, I remember, for NES.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm surprised they haven't tried to reboot that. Let's just not even go there.
Just leave it. Just stop rebooting stuff. Just leave it. Leave it where it is.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate all the new subs, the super chats. You guys are the best. We'll catch you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. Later, dude. Yep. Whoops. Whoops.
What are we doing?